coqueta. Así es, la número 106.1 FM, la que está bien arriba. Bien arriba. Celebramos Halloween con mucha información con los jefes. De regreso con todos ustedes en Los Jefes para toda la Unión Americana. Antes de irnos,
la última del día.
Rodrigo López Jurado, Diego Farel, Santiago Vázquez con los detalles del fútbol europeo. Mucha actividad esta semana. A ver, señores, ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué fue lo más importante?
Partidazo en Inglaterra y hay que hablar también de lo que sucede en otras ligas del mundo. Pero primero, en Inglaterra, el Arsenal, por fin Arteta le gana al City. Tercera derrota del City en Inglaterra de forma consecutiva, Porque
let the district season begin. Welcome to Goddard Rocket Football on Fiera 106.1 FM and online at ksvptv.com.
He's fighting for the end zone. He's down. He's going to fall forward, throw those hands up, and he's in. Touchdown. Tristan Torres rolled blue. Went off of the follow. There goes Gary Robo. He's gone. High step at prime time. Gary Robo. He tripped him with his feet right there. And that's going to be a penalty on Boleyn, but got to go 10, 9, 9.5. Ball's loose, coach.
That was almost a perfect onside kick. It's almost so perfect that the kicker almost recovered it.
Tonight, your Goddard Rockets begin the district season, traveling to Las Cruces to take on the Trojans of Mayfield High. Let the journey continue. Rocket Football on Fiera 106.1 FM and audio-only coverage at ksvptv.com is presented by Artesia General Hospital, Bob Reed Pest Control, Business Notions, Calici's Frozen Custard, Central Valley Electric, Dion's Pizza Salads and Subs, E&MU Portales and E&MU Roswell, Moppet and Brown Dentistry, Maze Lumber, Oasis Computers, Pecos Valley Equipment, Pepsi, Plateau, Richland Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram and Richland Chevrolet Buick, Roswell Seed Company, Southwest Printers, Trustmark Roofing, University of New Mexico, Wakefield Oil, and Wakefield Oil Express. Now, on to the action.
Hello and welcome to Dion's Goddard Rocket Pregame Show. My name is Tanner Todd and I'm here with the great Coach White. You're listening and watching on ksvptv.com and 106.1 Fiero. So, Coach White, Goddard versus Boleyn, 57-7.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a bit more about that game and that great win.
Yeah, you bet. So, Coach Dak unable to be with us today.
Unfortunately.
So, yeah, Tanner and myself gonna get this done. So, yeah, we played Boleyn, which would have been 2 Fridays ago, coming off our bye week here. But good win against Boleyn. I felt like the kids played well. It was a physical ball game. And so, we kind of did what we needed to do. And so, I was happy with the way the kids played. And, but we also realized too that, we're going to definitely face some tougher competition, namely, Mayfield this week going into district. And of course, most people know that, our district is by far, I think, the toughest district in the state, and that's, just top to bottom. It is what it is with, Artesia, Roswell, us, and Mayfield. And so I think our kids know that, and they understand, if we're going to be successful and, in district and in the playoffs that, we're going to have to keep improving week to week. And so Boleyn was a good match for us, and we did what we should have done, honestly. And I thought we performed well, but of course there's always things you want to work on and improve on. And so we just have really the last week and a half just been working on that. So of course we have our bye week coming into the district game that is coming up. Of course, Thursday, not Friday. We're traveling to Las Cruces on a Thursday. And so, but we just have really been working on things that, we need to do to be a better football team. And like anybody else, play good possession football, block and tackle, take care of the ball. And
yes, sir.
Yeah, that's really it. So, I'm proud of where we're at this point. I feel like my kids have worked really hard, fought through a lot of adversity already. And, we're just looking forward to Mayfield and, what district's going to bring.
Good to hear that you guys were working hard during the bye week,
yeah.
getting ready for Mayfield, the Field of Dreams. Anything else about Mayfield that you want to discuss?
No, Mayfield's just a very tradition-rich program. The Bradleys have coached at Mayfield for years, and so this is Gary Bradley that's coaching there now. His brother retired last year, and so Coach Bradley that's there now went from Carlsbad over to Mayfield, and he has those guys playing good football, and so they're coming off a big win. They played Santa Teresa and I think beat them 53-0 last week, and so they're kind of playing well right now, and I'm sure he'd tell you the same thing that I will. You need to win the first district game. Need to start off on the right foot, and so again, we're looking forward to the challenge. I like where we're at, like the way the kids are working, and proud of my guys right now, and looking forward to Thursday night.
Yes, sir. And as we know, each team is always defined by its leadership as well. So thank you for leading them and all your staff.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. It's a pleasure.
And we'd also like to thank Dion's once again for
absolutely,
the pregame
Dion's
spread
with the pregame show, and great pizza and great food, and we appreciate those folks for supporting the kids and local programs. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, Tanner, I appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
All right. This is Coach White.
And this is
signing
Tanner
off.
Todd. Thank you for watching. This is the Dion's Goddard Rocket pregame show. Roll Blue.
Welcome back to the Goddard Rocket pregame show. Now time for your player spotlight.
My name is Hunter Roth Bishop. My number is 69. I am a sophomore. I am a lineman. I'm also involved in in-and-out pool service, which I help with my mom. My favorite teacher has to be Miss Hugh. My favorite football team, I'm going to go off with my family's favorite team, which is the Dallas Cowboys. My favorite part about being a Rocket is the legacy my family has here and everything we do.
My name is Jake Chavez. My number is 72. I'm a junior lineman. I'm also involved in wrestling. My favorite teacher is Mr. Nelson. I don't really have a favorite football team. I just watch the sport when I can. My favorite part about being a Goddard Rocket is the legacy. I've had family here since the beginning.
My name is Mark, and my number is 74. I am a sophomore, and I'm a lineman. I love, hanging out with friends, going out. My favorite teacher, probably say Miss Johnson. My favorite football team I'll probably say the Cowboys. Favorite part of being a Rocket is, honestly, this just turns you into a man, and it's all about that pride.
My name is Bryce Paz. My number is 75. I'm a junior. My position is a lineman. My outside activities are hanging out with friends and doing things like that. My favorite teacher is Coach Strand. My favorite football team is the Dallas Cowboys, and my favorite part of being a Goddard Rocket is enjoying this experience as my high school experience for football.
My name is Daniel Hernandez. I'm number 77, and I'm a sophomore. I'm a offensive lineman. The activities I do out of school is I just hang out with friends. My favorite teacher is, I don't have a favorite teacher. And then my favorite football team is the 49ers, and my favorite part of being a Rocket is just enjoying the time and being here.
That's your Goddard Rocket player spotlight. Pregame show continues right after this.
Good football, and so they're coming off a big win. They played Santa Teresa and I think beat them 53-0 last week, and so they're kind of playing well right now, and I'm sure he'd tell you the same thing that I will. You need to win the first district game. Need to start off on the right foot, and so again, we're looking forward to the challenge. I like where we're at, like the way the kids are working, and proud of my guys right now, and looking forward to Thursday night.
Yes, sir. And as we know, each team is always defined by its leadership as well. So thank you for leading them and all your staff.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. It's a pleasure.
And we'd also like to thank Dion's once again for
absolutely,
the pregame spread
with the pregame show, and great pizza and great food, and we appreciate those folks for supporting the kids and local programs. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, Tanner, I appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
All right, it's Coach White.
This is
signing
Tanner
off.
Todd. Thank you for watching. This is the Dion's Goddard Rocket pregame show. Roll Blue.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
Go Tires, de propiedad y operación local, tiene la mejor oferta en llantas, frenos, cambio de aceite y más. Desde ahora hasta el 29 de octubre, obtenga 70 para ahorro instantáneo de 100 en 4 neumáticos Pirelli, Goddard y Cooper seleccionados y en stock. Además, cambios de aceite de mezcla sintética por solo $24.95 y aceite totalmente sintético, cambios por solo $44.95. Estos ahorros no durarán. Haga una cita en línea o diríjase a Big O Tires hoy. Big O Tires, tu equipo de confianza.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced state-of-the-art dentistry.
Welcome back to the Goddard Rocket pregame show. Now time for your player spotlight.
My name is Hunter Roth Bishop. My number is 69. I am a sophomore. I am a lineman. I'm also involved in in-and-out pool service, which I help with my mom. My favorite teacher has to be Miss Hugh. My favorite football team, I'm going to go off with my family's favorite team, which is the Dallas Cowboys. My favorite part about being a Rocket is the legacy my family has here and everything we do.
My name is Jake Chavez. My number is 72. I'm a junior lineman. I'm also involved in wrestling. My favorite teacher is Mr. Nelson. I don't really have a favorite football team. I just watch the sport when I can. My favorite part about being a Goddard Rocket is the legacy. I've had family here since the beginning.
My name is Mark, and my number is 74. I am a sophomore, and I'm a lineman. I love, hanging out with friends, going out. My favorite teacher, probably say Miss Johnson. My favorite football team I'll probably say the Cowboys. Favorite part of being a Rocket is, honestly, this just turns you into a man, and it's all about that pride.
My name is Bryce Paz. My number is 75. I'm a junior. My position is a lineman. My outside activities are hanging out with friends and doing things like that. My favorite teacher is Coach Strand. My favorite football team is the Dallas Cowboys, and my favorite part of being a Goddard Rocket is enjoying this experience as my high school experience for football.
My name is Daniel Hernandez. I'm number 77, and I'm a sophomore. I'm a offensive lineman. The activities I do out of school is I just hang out with friends. My favorite teacher is, I don't have a favorite teacher. And then my favorite football team is the 49ers, and my favorite part of being a Rocket is just enjoying the time and being here.
That's your Goddard Rocket player spotlight. Pre-game show continues right after this.
Mission out here today. I guess most of these kids weren't born yet. The games I'm talking about.
No, these guys have no idea. I ended up playing these guys in the state championship in Farmington also, and that was a 7-0 game, so it's always it's always a dogfight. But we're looking good, and we're looking forward to tonight.
Well, a little wind, enough to affect kicking, I think. Maybe even enough to affect passing if this stays up after dark. Does that factor into any decisions?
It does. Kicking mostly. The passing part, that ball doesn't get up there too far in the air. But the kicking, it does affect it. It's a crosswind right now. So we just got to watch it. And hopefully it kind of calms down when the sun goes down.
Well, where do you feel like you're at now? Are you about where you wanted to be? You had a schedule, not as far along as you thought. State of the Union going into district.
Things are good. We got a couple guys healthy and back. That haven't been with us, and you know what? We're 0-0. and so is Goddard. So I know that's coach speak, but that's what it is. And so we're looking forward to tonight, and it's a one-game season as far as we're concerned.
Well, you got Coyle out there. He's an awfully tantalizing target, and you've been getting the ball to him in a number of ways. And Lennon and him seem to have a pretty good feel for each other.
No, they do, and we kind of figured that out last year. You know, Coyle's a backup quarterback also, you know, and D-end and just about anything he needs to be. So great athlete, just a good work ethic and great kid. So, yeah, you know, we need something big. It's probably going to number 3.
All right, thanks for your time. Good luck, Trojans.
All right, thanks, Jeff.
All right, Gary Bradley, our guest. All right, Gary Bradley and Coach Chris White, our guest, on their countdown to kickoff. They presented the colors. The national anthem has been played, and now we're waiting for the colors to leave the stadium. They've zeroed the clocks, so we could kick off at any moment. So we better not go to another break. We were planning on another break, but we best keep it here, or we risk missing kickoff, and that's not good. We thank you for tuning in tonight on Cool Oldies, 104.5 FM and AM 570 in Las Cruces, and on 106.1 Fierro in Roswell. And I think we're getting close to the top of the hour. Let's pause for official station identification across our stations tonight. You're listening to Trojan and Rocket Football.
This is KWML Las Cruces, broadcasting on
You're listening to 106.1 FM, Carlsbad, New Mexico.
all over southern New Mexico on AM 570.
All right, I'm Jeff Matthews with Bob Sherman, and the colors have left the gridiron. The teams are huddling up, and we're ready to kick this one off. The Rockets and the Trojans. Mayfield's decked out in all green tonight, green jerseys, green pants, bright gold numerals, gold helmets with a block M on them. Mm-hmm. Goddard's wearing the navy blue pants, the white road jerseys, big blue, navy blue numerals, and a dark blue helmet. And that's the fashion report from both teams. And Bob, we can see the numbers tonight. Last week we did Hobbs and Centennial. We had trouble picking out Hobbs numbers. They had white uniforms with gold numerals. And at least to the naked eye up in the press box, it was like they didn't have numbers sometimes.
Well, I'll tell you what, you had said this too, Joe. A lot of these teams are going very fashionable, right? Well, that's wonderful. Fashion looks great. Unfortunately, the Aggies have kind of done that. I saw the game last night. And what do you mean? They kind of have a border of the number, and then they put the jersey color kind of in the middle of it, which looks great when you take the team picture. But when you're trying to figure out all the numbers from sitting up here to a couple of old people like me whose eyes aren't what they used to be, it's a little tough. Anyway, to get back to it, it's a nice evening, and it's a little bit windy. We can see the numbers. It looks like we're going to have a great game, and here comes the kickoff.
Mayfield will be kicking to Goddard. Back deep for the Rockets is John Silva. He stands at the 3. Well, he's moved up now to the 8-yard line. And up at the 15-yard line is Josiah Castillo. He's on the eastern hash and turn sideways. Over on the western hash is Xavier Pettis, and it's a squibber to the near sideline. And Pettis lets it bound out of bounds, and Mayfield's kicked the opening kickoff out of bounds, so a flag right out of the gate, and Goddard can start at the 35 if they want to, or they can make him kick.
Well, you know what? There's 3 things you could do. You could take the ball where it rolled out. Well, you're sure not going to do that right there because it rolled out about the 15-yard line. You can make them re-kick if you feel like it, but the normal thing to do is take the ball at the 35-yard line. And I'll tell you what, if you can get a run back to the 35, that's a pretty darn good run back. So that is not a good thing to do. That is a lousy penalty, and it makes it much easier for Goddard here. They take the ball over at their own 35-yard line. The game's ready to go, 1st and 10, and here we go.
Dominic Ramirez is the quarterback for the Rockets. They come out double wing with a single setback behind Ramirez. They send the left wing in motion, handing the ball going right, cuts back left, hard cut up to the 39 and dropped there. He picked up 4 solid yards. And it's 2nd down. Well, they're going to give him 5 up to the 40. Silva on the carry.
Yeah, nice job.
Sweeping right, cut back left.
And you know what? Quarterback under center. You hardly see that anymore. Quarterback under center. Silva came in motion from left to right, got the ball. And, broke it off to the right, kind of came back a little bit. But anyway, the end result was a nice play, pickup of 5 yards on the first play.
Castillo comes split wide to the left. Ramirez ducks underneath center, sends the right halfback in motion, gives it to the fullback who gets popped immediately. Trying to head up the gut. He's going to lose about a yard. That was Pettis who took the handoff. He was lined up right behind Ramirez a couple of yards in what I would call a fullback spot. And it's 3rd down and 6 for Goddard at their own 39 after a loss of a yard.
Yeah, they have a very tight formation, too. They like a bunch of guys over on the right. And then they, on the left side, there's nothing split. I mean, they don't take much of the field in their offensive formation. And now it's 3rd down. Let's see if they spread it out a little bit. Oh, yeah, looks like they're gonna really spread it out. They put one wide receiver out there to the right.
3rd and 6 for Goddard at their own 39. Silva goes in motion left to right. Now he brings him back, and he's going to line up as a wing left as they reset. Split receiver wide to the right. There he goes in motion. Hand him the ball on a sweep to the right side. He's cutting back left and gets popped up at the 43. 3 Trojans in on the tackle. He's shy of the 1st down. Pondo in there for the Trojans. Also in there for the Trojans is Zayden Salcido, and it's 4th and 2 for Goddard at their own 43 after about a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, the Trojans were really on to that one. Basically, it's the same play. They give it to Silva. Silva doesn't take more than just a couple of steps. Quarterback gets the ball. You have to have good timing. Quarterback is under center. He gets the ball. He turns right now. Boom, there he is. There's your running back right there and trying to hit the right side. And there you go. So the Trojans put it on. Oh, boy, look at this. 4th down.
They're going for it. 4th and 2. Ramirez barks out the signals, sends Silva in motion. Hand off to the fullback, and he's close to a 1st down. It's going to depend on the spot. He went up the gut. He went up the gut, and he got right to the line of the 45, which I would think he got the 1st down.
Yeah, well,
because they marked it at the 35 after it went out of bounds. He got to the 45. I think that'll move the chains.
Yeah.
They needed 2, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, well, they started the series on the 35. The thing ended right at the 45.
Got it by a whisker.
There you go. Well, I get a whisker. That's a good one. I guess whiskers are small, right?
Definitely.
He just barely got it. Ball's in the middle of the field, and they've really only run a couple of plays. They've run that fullback play. They've run that outside play with Silva, and there you go. No, they're putting 2 wide receivers. They're really getting daring now.
Twins to the right. Ramirez sends Silva in motion. They hand off. Shakes 1 tackle, grabbed by a 2nd tackler, pulls tacklers for 3. On the carry, it's Pettis, who was the ace back behind Ramirez. And they pick up 3, 2nd down and 7 for the Goddard Rockets at their own 47. Goddard offensively. Their centers Aiden Martin. Their guards are Luis Ortiz and Daniel Moreno. The tackles are Blaze Dean and Madden Chavez. 2nd and 7 at the Goddard 48 for the Rockets. Nothing. The score 8:45 to play 1st quarter. Coming wide to the left is Josiah Castillo. Also coming wide to the left is Wyatt Northcutt. They got a wing to the right, a wing to the left, and then the fullback, I'm calling him, an ace back behind the quarterback. Option look. Ramirez is going to keep 50-45. One of the safeties comes up and upends him at the Trojan 44, but it's a 1st down at the Trojan 44-yard line.
Yeah, nice play. It's a down-the-line option, straight option. And the remaining back, which we'll go ahead and call, you like to call him the fullback. I think that's nothing wrong with that. He's the only guy back there other than the quarterback. Quarterback's under center, but it's kind of crazy to kind of see that nowadays. And down the line, found a little spot, did not pitch the ball, ran the ball off the right side, and there you go. 1st down.
Yeah, a couple 1st downs for Goddard on their 1st series. It's 1st and 10 for the Rockets at the Trojan 44. Twin receivers wide to the right. Backs in the same formation. There goes Silva in motion left to right. Option look. They're going to pitch it this time. Pettis going right. 40, 35. Gets to the sideline. Banged out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. Picks up a big chunk there.
Yeah.
It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down.
Hey, Silva did a nice job because the head man on the line of scrimmage defensively for Mayfield for the Trojans, he held his ground. And there was no way that the quarterback could run the ball, and he pitched the ball. A nice job. The outside was not taken care of. A nice run for the 1st down on the pitch on the option. 2 straight options they've run here in this series.
So it's 1st and 10 for Goddard at the Trojan 30-yard line. Ball's on the right hash. And a handoff. Pettis upended as he gets down to the Trojan 26-yard line. Gain of 4 on the give over the right side. 4 carries, 9 yards for Pettis, and it's 2nd and 6 at the Mayfield 25.
Yeah, and that was a little bit different. He ran it off tackle that time. He gives the ball to the fullback, the remaining back, and instead of in the A or B gap, he ran it out there in the tackle end gap. Found a little bit of spot there, and there you go. So they've got an interesting plan here.
2nd and 6. The ball is at the Trojan 26. And a handoff. Silva going right. Silva at the 25, taken down at the 23-yard line. Making the tackle for the Trojans is Spencer Hart, the defensive back. Gain of 3.
Yeah, they had a little counter action there too. They had their formation has been a split receiver to either side. Sometimes there isn't, and then you've got, of course, your line of scrimmage. Then you got two wing backs, quarterback under center, and then your running back. And they had a little bit of a counter action there, back going in one direction from right to left, give it to Silver from left to right, and pretty nice play.
Northcutt goes wide to the right. The right halfback comes in motion right to left, handoff to the fullback. Pettis bear crawls for first down. Kept his hand down and used it for some balance to keep going. Really low to the ground, and he's kind of ekes to the 19 for a gain of 4.
Yeah, you know, this is the kind of offense that offensive linemen love, because it's not fancy. You just count them out, you see who the heck the guy is, and you blow them off the ball. And I think offensive linemen really like that kind of stuff rather than being passive in a pass offense. So they're making things happen right here. Goddard looks good.
6:06 to play in the first quarter. It's 1st and 10 for the Rockets at the Trojan 19-yard line. Option, pitch, coming left 20, 15, 10, 5, going to the flag. He dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Nathan Reed. Option pitch, and they got to the left edge, and Goddard went for it once on 4th and 2, and just got it, and strung together a nice drive of 65 yards for an opening march for a TD and a lead.
And you know, that was not down the line option. That's the old triple option, meaning that you had a dive. You could give the ball to the dive back, all right, the remaining back. Then the quarterback continues down the line. He can keep it or pitch it. So that's the old triple option. You don't see that very often.
Good snap, good hold. The PAT is on the way. Looks good. And it is good. Wyatt Northcutt puts it through there. So it's the Rockets 7, the Trojans nothing on the Ben Trujillo State Farm scoreboard. 5:52 to play in the first quarter. Trojan and Rocket football continues after this.
Wakefield Oil Express has the highest quality service in Roswell with a 17-point full-service oil change that includes a full wash and vacuum at their car wash. You won't find a better deal. They also offer full synthetic oil changes, fuel and cabin filter replacements, and will even check your battery. Their tunnel wash isn't afraid of dirty vehicles. They have the best value wash in town with free vacuums. They even offer wash passes that can be used for multiple vehicles. Next time you need your oil changed, go to the fast and efficient Wakefield Oil Express and let them earn your business. 3204 North Main, Roswell.
65 yards. Every play on the ground. 4 carries by Silva, a carry by Ramirez, a carry for a 19-yard TD by Reed, and 5 carries by Pettis, including the 4th and 2 carry for the first down that they just... I mean, they got it, but they got it by kind of a whisker, and that kept the drive alive, and they ended up going and scoring. So a nice march by Goddard.
And there was a lot of variety in their option. They ran a down-the-line option. Quarterback kept it. They ran down the line. They pitched it. They ran triple option and pitched it. And they've got a lot of variety within their option.
Squibber. Trojans pick it up on the back line. 30-35 out to the 39-yard line goes Ochoa. And so Mayfield, kind of a line drive quick. I called it a squibber, but it was more a line drive that was about 5 feet off the ground. And one of the upmen kind of tipped it and slowed it down. And then Ochoa picked it up in the back line and returns it all the way out to the 39. So that's where Mayfield will start their first drive of the night. 5:46 to play in the first quarter. 7-0 Goddard. This is Mayfield's first possession of the night. Luke Lennon is the Trojan quarterback. You'll notice Mayfield with a lot of pace tonight. They don't huddle, and they run plays bang, 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 bang right at you. 1st and 10 for Mayfield at their own 39. Goddard in a 4-3, 4 defensive linemen. Lennon signals, brings Nevada's into the backfield with him. He was lined up as a slot to the left as a wideout. Now he's in the backfield in the pistol.
They're still talking to one another. I wonder if they know exactly what's happening.
Audible. They're audibling. 3-by-1 to the right now to the wide side. Lennon goes to the air, feeds it out to Salcedo, makes the catch to the 40. Hit at the 42, stretches out to the 43. It's a gain of 4.
Yeah, that's a trip to the right side, and that's what you call the old bubble screen. That means you throw it to one guy and the other guy's block. One slight problem there is that you can't arc that ball out there. You got to get that ball zing right out there as fast as you possibly can. A little bit too much arc on the ball.
2nd down and 6, back to the air. This one out to Oliver Weston Hood. He makes the grab, turns it up, hit at the 45, stretches out to the 47. Making the stop was Alberto Chavez for Goddard. Brings up 3rd down and 3 for Mayfield at their own 46 after a gain of 2 on the short pass.
Yeah, again, that's that quick screen. Here we go again.
Lennon pitches to Salcedo, fly sweep going left. 1st down as he crosses midfield. Still fighting, gets to the Trojan 46.
Yep,
minus 7.
Nice play. When I say there's
one of the big guys
down
for Mayfield shaking up.
Yeah, one of the big guys is still laying there. And that again is what you call your fly sweep. And you've heard it called fly sweep, jet sweep. You and I have talked about that, and I don't know the difference, to be honest.
The way Mayfield runs it, it's statistically a pass, but it's just a fly sweep.
Yeah.
It's a flanker taking the ball on a sweep.
That's exactly right. He comes in motion, you get the ball, give the ball. Oh, here that was, there's his number there, and he's back out. He's trotting off the field. So
250-pounder Raul Terrazas coming off. He was a little slow in getting up.
Yeah.
But he's recovered quickly, and
he's back to go.
So we stat that a pass because Lennon flips it to Salcedo Ford. So if he drops it, it'd be an incomplete pass, but it's basically a sweep.
Yeah, it's a sweep.
1st and 10 for the Trojans at the Goddard 46-yard line. 3-by-1 to the right. And a handoff to Nevada straight ahead. Spun down. Gets to the 43. Gain of 3 on his first carry of the night. Anthony Nevada's 5'9", 150-pound senior. Picks up 3, 2nd and 7 at the Rocket 43 for Mayfield. 7-0 Goddard, 4:24 to play in the first quarter.
Yep, Mayfield ready to go again.
Yeah, they don't huddle and they don't mess around. 3-by-1 to the right. That's the wide side of the field. Handoff to Nevada. Sandwiched at the line of scrimmage. Maybe fought for a yard after contact. First Rocket there was Jorge Garcia Jr., the defensive end. 3rd and 7. Nothing there for Nevadas.
Yeah, that's a nice play. And I'll tell you what, Mayfield, they do like to spread it out, though. They've thrown that bubble screen a couple of times. Oh, here comes number 12 trotting off the field here.
That's the guy that carried the ball trotting off, and he's favoring an ankle.
Yeah.
3rd and 7 for Mayfield at the Goddard 43. Between 6 and 7 needed. First down yardage about the Goddard 41. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Good snap to Lennon, drops to pass, lets it fly, fires to Coyle, it's high and incomplete.
Yep.
Coverage provided by Josiah Castillo, but Lennon threw it over both the receiver and the defender. No chance at a completion, and it's 4th and 7.
Yeah, Quayle was just from his position. It was just straight, just go, nothing much. But it meant to be a quick pass, throw the thing quickly, and actually the coverage was very good. It was bad coverage on the play, and the coverage was there. The ball was too high.
3:30 to play first quarter. Mayfield's going for it on 4th and 7. It looks like.
Yep.
Ball is at the Goddard 43-yard line. Trojans looking to the sideline. We've seen the teams around here quick kicking out of the shotgun sometimes this year.
I was wondering about that.
4th and 7, and he's going to boot it away. There's nobody back deep for the Rockets. It hits at the 10, takes a big Trojan roll, but too much for their taste as it rolls into the end zone for a touchback. They really wanted to pin him inside the 10, and once the ball hit the ground, it just took a hard sprint towards the end zone, and it was a touchback. It went all the way out the back of the end zone. So Goddard's going to start at their own 20. They get the stop. 3:23 to play first quarter.
You know, the quick kick, unfortunately, it was more of a line drive. On a quick kick, I really believe that he was trying to kick the ball a little shorter and a little higher, okay, so that the ball is going to land and not have that much momentum to carry into the end zone. And but it didn't all work out the way you're supposed to. So here comes Goddard again at their own 20-yard line, middle of the field, and here we go. We got 7-zip as a score with Goddard up. 3:23 to go in the first quarter.
Trojans got a big nose man in there. That's Seth Justice, 5'11", 273. And the defensive tackles for Mayfield are Daniel Molina. He goes 200. And the other defensive tackle is Andres Garay. He goes 206. Then they got the ends. Coyle lined up at a defensive end. He's 6'4", 180. And over on the other side is Darden as a defensive end. 1st and 10 for Goddard at the Rocket 20-yard line. They're going right to left, south to north here at the Field of Dreams. Handoff to Silva, sweep to the right to the 20. Bounces it out to the sideline, gets shoved out of bounds at about the 24. Making the tackle for Mayfield, Spencer Hart, and it's 2nd and 6. Is Silva now. 5 carries, 30 yards for the Rockets.
You know, they love that handoff sweep. Now, by the way, that handoff was behind him. He didn't flip it in front of him, did he? You got the glasses.
Yeah, it was the old-fashioned.
No, that's the old-fashioned one.
Outside handoff.
And the ones before we're talking about where it's actually flipped in front, and this time it's just really a handoff. The same play they've been running, in football since the beginning of time, and not bad. They picked up close to 5 yards on the play.
2nd down and 6 for the Rockets at the Rocket 24-yard line. Here comes Reed in motion, a handoff, and there's a hole for Pettis to the 30, stiff arm to the 31, slung down. Making the tackle was Jaden Villapondo. And it's a 1st down up at the 31, gain of 7 for Pettis, 6 carries, 20 yards for Xavier Pettis, the junior running back.
Yeah, the motion guy came across and became a blocker. Not a bad scheme. The guys I feel sorry for at Goddard, a wide receiver. Like, what do you do? You know, you're out there and you look like a decoy, and all day long you're just kind of running in nothing. Ultimately, they may throw him a pass, but anyway, you got 2 receivers to the right again, standard formation.
Castillo and Northcutt wide to the right. Silva goes in motion. Handoff to Pettis. Tries right guard. Plunges for a couple. There was some heavy traffic in there. Herrera, the linebacker, made the stop for Mayfield. Also in there was Elias Gama, the linebacker. Gain of about 2, and it's 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, they challenge you in a lot of ways. They'll run you inside. Then they'll run the back off tackle. Then they'll fake to him. They can run the option from it. They challenge you in a lot of ways. And their standard formation has become a twin formation and then 2 wing backs that are just off the line of scrimmage and just outside the end man on the line of scrimmage. And this seems to be their standard formation.
2nd and 8. Handoff to Silva going right. Finds an alley. Bounces it out to the numbers. Out to the sideline. 40, 45, up to the 49. He just ripped off 16. So what was 3 and 4 early is now starting to get double digits for him on the sweep. And it's a new set of downs.
Yeah, that's a standard old handoff sweep. I'll tell you what, they challenge you big time, really. They run the thing inside. They get you thinking that maybe they're going to run the thing inside. You start to sneak inside. Then all of a sudden, here comes a handoff sweep, and they're running around you. So they've got a very good plan. I like their plan. They've got a very good plan of attack here. They're using that same formation, a double slot formation, and twin receivers to the left.
1st and 10 for Goddard at the Rocket 49-yard line. Handoff inside, different back this time, and he's across midfield, stretches to the Trojan 49. It's a gain of 2 for Taylon Payne, the sophomore fullback.
Yeah. And when I say double slot, I probably should say it's a double tight wing formation. Those wing people are right there, just right off the line of scrimmage, right just a little bit outside the lineman. But, you know, a lot of times I think maybe they set you up. Okay, there you go. They just ran it inside. They'll run it inside. Now, they may come back with a triple option or something. They're mixing it very well inside and outside in their scheme.
They pulled it back to the 50, so it was only a gain of a yard. 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, 1 split receiver there. Oh, they got motion for him.
Hand off to the fullback. Yeah. That's Pettis again. Cuts hard right. And he veers off to the Trojan 45 for a good solid gain of 5, bringing up 3rd and 4.
You know, it's interesting. They gave it to the fullback, but they had a triple option look. They brought a guy over from right to left. He would become the pitch man, and then you've got your quarterback. So they had a triple option look. However, they just flat gave it to the inside guy. I think we're about done with the quarter here.
Yeah, first quarter is in the books. Goddard ran a lot more plays than Mayfield. It's Goddard 7, Mayfield nothing on the Ben Trujillo State Farm scoreboard. Well, you know what? The clock stopped with 5 seconds to play in the first quarter. Maybe somebody spent a timeout.
Ooh, I thought it was, yeah.
Or maybe the scoreboard's malfunctioning. Well, we got a brand new scoreboard. Yep, now they put it to triple zeros.
Now it's out.
Yeah, something's going on with the scoreboard.
Oh, now we got lots of stuff going on.
Well, I think we're at the end of the first quarter. Let's pause for 30 seconds. Rockets 7, Trojans nothing. You're listening to Trojan and Rocket Football. Back after this.
Your locally owned and operated Big O Tires has the best deals on tires, brakes, oil changes, and more. Now through October 29th, it's $70 to $100 instant savings on 4 select in-stock Pirelli, Goodyear, and Cooper tires. Plus, synthetic blend oil changes for just $24.95 and full synthetic oil changes for just $44.95. These savings won't last. Make an appointment online or head into Big O Tires today. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Welcome back. I'm Jeff Matthews with Bob Sherman. Glad to have you along tonight on a breezy night at the Field of Dreams. 7-0 Rockets at the end of one.
One thing, Jeff, I know you keep all stats in the world. It's not important as you could keep, but time of possession was unbelievable. The Mayfield never had the ball hardly, and the Rockets had it the whole quarter.
Yeah, Mayfield ran, I think, 6 plays. Goddard's run like 17 plays. 3rd and 3 for the Rockets at the Trojan 44.5. And Ramirez fakes to the fullback, keeps behind him, and is into the second level, across the 35, all the way down to the Trojan 33 for 11. So Ramirez on his second carry picks up a first down on 3rd and 3 for Goddard. They faked it to the fullback, and then Ramirez carried right behind him and picked up a chunk.
Well, you know, that fullback became a blocker. I used to call that a follow play. In other words, you fake to the running back, and then you just follow him. The running back doesn't get the ball, but the running back can in fact become a blocker in front of the guy behind him that carries the ball. And I used to just call that a follow play, and that's exactly what it is. Running back follows the guy.
1st and 10 for the Rockets at the Trojan 32.5-yard line. Ramirez ducks underneath center. Trojans so blitz. Option to the right side away from the blitz. 30-25, Silva to the 20, down the sideline 15, lets a guy go by at the 10, and gets knocked out of bounds inside the 10, down at the 6-yard line. Gain of 27.
Yeah, and kind of unfortunately for Mayfield, just as Jeff said, the blitz came away from the play. Now, what happens, you say, okay, so what's the big deal? The big deal is that when that linebacker blitzes, he can no longer be any part of the pursuit. He's all caught up in the middle of the line of scrimmage with all those white jerseys, and he can't get out of there. So you've lost a guy in the pursuit on an outside play. And, well, anyway, there you go. The Rockets are ready. They're ready to move again here.
They're going to the southern end zone now. It's 1st and goal at the Trojan 6. Ramirez. And it's the follow play. Fakes to the fullback, keeps behind him, finds a seam. He's in. Touchdown Rockets. 6-yard run for Ramirez. And Goddard with a 2 TD lead now. Early second quarter, 10:44 to play in the second quarter. No flags so far other than the opening kickoff.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Every time I say that, basketball, the guy hadn't missed a free throw in 27 years, and all of a sudden he'll miss the next one. So don't say it. But anyway, they ran that again. That foul play again. Fullback becomes a blocker. You can carry the ball. There you go. Here comes the extra point. Ooh, that was a lousy looking extra point.
But it got through there.
Style point, no style points. Very fortunately, style points were like 0, but the thing was worth 1.
10:44 to play in the half. It's Goddard 14, Mayfield nothing on the Ben Trujillo State Farm scoreboard. Back in 30, this is Trojan and Rocket Football.
The need to grow past our basic capabilities and experience the impossible will forever keep aviation technology evolving. Within the Aviation Maintenance Technology program at ENMU Roswell, students thrive knowing that the faculty and community are supporting their success. ENMU Roswell is dedicated to empowering students through hands-on skills training in a nurturing environment. To learn more, contact us today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
14-0 Rockets, 10:44 to play in the second quarter. So the Rockets have gone 65 yards and now 80 yards for TDs. Yet to throw a pass. It's overrated, the pass.
Why
the Rockets are doing it all on the ground.
You run the way they do. I would never lift my arm the whole day. Here we go.
Kick to the 6, 10, 15 coming left to the other hash to the 20, up the numbers to the 30, and he's met there. Dropped at the 31. Mayfield will start off 1st and 10 at the Trojan 31-yard line. Yeah. Picking up the number on the Trojan return man. That's Julian Cornujo.
You know, the kickoff was really bad in that it went a fairly decent distance, but it was a line drive. And you kick line drive kickoff, your coverage people cannot get down there, and you're pretty much guaranteed that the receiving team on that kickoff is going to get some good yardage out of it. You got to get a little bit of height on that kickoff. Anyway, here come the Trojans at their own 31-yard line.
Down 14-0 is Mayfield. 1st and 10 for the Trojans at their own 31. Lenan working out of the shotgun. Calls for the ball, nearly bobbles it, then hands it off. Rockets got some penetration. Running back weaves his way up to the 33. That's the guy that returned the kick. Cornujo.
What's his name, Cornujo?
Yeah.
Yeah, there just wasn't a whole lot there. They tried to break it off the left side, and nothing there. Now, of course, Mayfield is in your more or less standard shotgun formation, and they'll put trips out there. They'll put twins. Now they've got twins to the right and a single receiver to the left, and a tight wing to the right.
I think Cornujo's in there because, remember, Nevada's came limping out last drive.
Yeah.
2nd down and 8 for Mayfield at the Trojan 33. Rockets have 4 men on the defensive line and 3 linebackers behind them. Mayfield shifts heavy to the left, snap back to Lenan, hands off to Cornujo, trying to find some room in between the tackles. Good look. Got 2 to the 34. Well, maybe just 1.
Yeah. You know, defensively, too, they've got 3 guys. I'm going to see if they do it again. They got 3 guys with their hand on the ground, and the outside guy is in a stand-up position. A lot of times what they do is the outside guy, really, they label him as a linebacker. And they say, okay, he's going to be your designated big-time rush guy, and those guys inside are your designated jam things up inside. And they've got the same setup right now.
3rd and 8 for the Trojans at their own 33. High snap, Lenan handles it, fakes a handoff, keeps. He's leaves 40, cut down. Nice play in the secondary up at the 42-yard line, gain a 9 first down. Making a good hit was Wyatt Northcutt.
Yeah, nice shot by Lenan. There was a fake inside, and then he headed off to the right, and a lousy snap. It hit the ground.
Hand off to Herrera, and Herrera's going to lose a yard. When we said Mayfield goes in a hurry, they go in a hurry. Bob barely spit it out.
Yeah,
the next play was going.
That's exactly right, man. But I'll tell you what, one thing you can see is that the snap actually hit the ground. It's amazing that they actually got the ball. Quarterback.
2nd down and 9, another high snap. Here's Lenan trying the right side, stretches out to the 45, gain of 3.
Yeah.
And it brings up 3rd down and 7 for the Trojans at their own 45.
They need to get that center thing straightened around. The snap before was laying on the ground, and the other one, Lenan almost didn't even get it. It was so high. The center's got to get the ball out there better.
3rd and 7 for Mayfield at their own 45, down 14-0. Lenan drops to pass, looking left side, now throws over the middle for Coyle, and he has it.
Oh.
No, it's picked off. Picked off. Making the pick was Josiah Castillo. Coyle got popped.
Somebody's down over there.
Yeah, that's Coyle. Coyle got popped, and Castillo wound up with the ball.
Was that deflected?
I thought Coyle had it, then he got popped, and Castillo was headed the other way.
Yeah, I think
I'd need to see it again. This is where I need a replay, and I can't.
Well, you know,
but it's an interception for Castillo, one way or the other.
Yeah, how it happened is interesting because it looked like the ball. It looked like he had it, and then that ball had to have volleyballed somewhere away from him because suddenly we're looking at Castillo, and suddenly the guys in white are running over on the left side of the field with the ball. So that was an interesting one. This is where you need to have a replay to see exactly what happened. But the end result, we know what the end result is. It is an interception for the Goddard Rocket.
Yep. Well done. They had him double covered. He was running a post route. Throw looked pretty good. I thought he had threaded it in the tight window, and he got popped, and Goddard was going the other way with the pigskin. So the Rockets start at their own 44-yard line, 8:01 to play in the second quarter. Rockets are up 14-0. Handoff straight ahead to the second level, across the 50, still going across the 40, down to the Trojan 36-yard line. Well, we had some late tush push there.
Yeah.
It wasn't the Eagles tush push at the line of scrimmage, but they got their guy through. and that would be Pettis with the football. And then when he kind of got to the second level, he had some guys kind of ushering him along.
Yeah, I believe the rule, you can push from behind. My understanding of the rules, you can't get in front of them and pull them, okay? But you can push from behind. You see that in all levels of football nowadays, which, of course, at one time was illegal and certainly isn't right now.
I saw Onyate lose a game on assisting the ball carrier down at the goal line against Sandia when Kelly McKee was the coach. They're down on the goal line.
Yeah, but that was a million years ago when Kelly Key was there. Right?
Yeah, that was a long time ago. But they were down at the one trying to win the game against Sandia. They scored. They were called for assisting the ball carrier, got moved back, then turned it over, lost the game.
What's got a little bit of conversation over there with the official in the Rockets.
It looks like the chain might have.
Is that what it is, Chris?
Yeah.
That might have been.
The chain is
bad
broken.
leak in the chain. Maybe.
Louis on it. I don't know how good he is at fixing a chain.
I hope he's got a pair of pliers.
It looks like Flores is down there too.
That's what I never used my flag. I should have carried a pair of pliers in my bag. And then when the chain went, then I could have fixed the chain because my flag never hit the ground in 30 years of officiating. So having a pair of pliers would have been good, right?
It looks like they got it fixed. we theorized that if you ever did throw the flag, that maybe some moths would fly out or something. I didn't know you never purchased one, though.
Yeah, no, I did purchase it, but it was pretty much virgin. Sometimes if one of the other officials didn't bring a flag, I just let them use mine.
1st and 10 for Goddard at the Trojan 36-yard line. Castillo wide to the right. He's the guy that had the INT, I believe. Here's a handoff to Pettis. Pettis in heavy traffic behind left guard. And he fights for 2 to the Trojan 34. He was hit at the line of scrimmage, and then here came help, and he just wouldn't go down. He picked up 2 all after contact.
Seriously, I think they set you up. All right, they dive that thing into the middle. All right, and it's just man blocking, nothing fancy. There's no blocker in front of them. Boom, boom, they knock. And then guess what? They set you up. They get you sucked into the middle. Then they're going to come around with a fly sweep. They're going to run an option. They're going to do something outside. It's really interesting. I think they set you up with a lot of that stuff.
2nd and 8 for the Rockets at the Trojan 34. Rockets are up 14-0. Ramirez fakes a handoff, option to the right side, late pitch. Silva has it coming right, 35, cuts back to the numbers at the 30. Now he's surrounded. And he drops down at the 29, gain of 5.
I tell you what, I would not like to be the defensive coordinator for Mayfield because they got a lot of stuff, man. And you stop one thing, just like I just said, you stop the inside one, what do? They come back and run a triple option. They faked to that guy, the quarterback down the line, he pitches the ball, and now there they go, they're on the outside. So they really have a plan, and they have one thing works off the other, okay? It isn't grab bagging. So some teams, it looks like they just reach into a bag, they grab a play, and they just run it. These guys have got a plan as to what the heck they're doing.
3rd down and 3 for the Rockets at the Trojan 29-yard line. Castillo's wide to the left. They also have a tight slot to the left side. Double wing, single setback. Send Reed in motion, hand him the ball, sweep to the wide side, picks up a block from Silva, 25-20, 15-10 down the sideline, popped and goes out of bounds. Where did he step out? The official's getting down there. See where he's going to plop it. The 3, it looks like. That's a gain of 26 for Reed, sweeping to the wide side.
And you mentioned it already. It was Silva out there that threw a beautiful block. And it wasn't, you don't have to knock anybody down. All you have to do is get in the defender's face and don't let the defender shed you. Just stick on him. Don't let him get shed and just drive him down the field. And that's exactly what he did. And so here we are. Goddard set up again at about the 3-yard line.
Northcutt and Castillo split wide to the right. And Silva comes in motion, takes the handoff, sweeping right, and he's into the end zone for a TD. His first of the night. It's a 3-yard run. 9 carries, 81 yards for Silva. So Ramirez with a TD, Reed with a TD, and now Silva with a TD. Equal opportunity for the backs in the Rocket offense. And they're up 20-0, 5:30 to play second quarter. And they're 3 for 3 on drives. That was a 56-yard march. 3 possessions, 3 TDs.
They might not even brought the punter. They might not need him. Well, I tell you what, I like their offense. Nice. Now this one even gets style points.
But he missed it.
Oh my gosh, he gets style points and missed it. Better to have a lousy kick and go through than get a beautiful kick that doesn't go through.
Yeah, that one was up at the top of the uprights when it went by, but apparently it didn't make it in between them. Rockets 20, Trojans nothing. 5:30 to play in the second quarter on the Ben Trujillo State Farm scoreboard. We'll pause for 30 seconds. You're listening to Rocket and Trojan Football.
Western Blend knows what it takes to grow successful.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on, with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia and Roswell. Let them earn your business.
5:30 to play, second quarter. The Goddard Rockets 20, the Mayfield Trojans nothing on the Ben Trujillo State Farm scoreboard. Rockets to boot it away. 3 possessions for the Rockets and 3 TDs. 65-yard march, 80-yard march, and a 56-yard march. Kick hits at the 10, bounds to the 5, into the end zone. It's a touchback. Mayfield's going to start back at their 20 with 5:28 to play in the second quarter here at the Field of Dreams on a breezy night. The wind's blowing west to east, so it's across the gridiron. It's blowing from the home side over towards the Rockets sideline. Now, there's stands here, and it's a pretty sizable stadium, 12,500 seats. So when you get down on the field, you don't feel the wind as much as when you're up above in the stands. The stands kind of protect the gridiron from the wind a little bit. It's the kicking game, I think, that's going to be affected by the wind the most.
Let's see if Mayfield can put something together here. There hasn't been a consistency in them. They're trying to get something together. Here we go.
1st and 10 for the Trojans at the Trojan 20-yard line. Lennon fields the snap chest high, hands off inside to the second level. Cornujo tripped up as he crosses the 30 out to the 32-yard line. Wyatt Northcutt, the safety, with a nice open field tackle. Yep. Gain of 12.
And I'll tell you, there hadn't been a good block by the left tackle in the center because he went right in that A gap and bam, nice big hole.
Trojans ready to go. Referee blew the play dead, the umpire actually.
When I say the A gap, I'm talking about the center guard gap. And boy, that was just man blocking. The nice hole opened up, and there you go.
They moved the ball back a yard. It's 1st and 10 for the Trojans at their own 31. Mayfield ready to go. Here comes a blitz. Lennon takes the snap, weaves his way around the first guy. The guys 2 and 3 come in there and clean it up for a loss of 3. Lennon never had a chance.
Nope. And it's interesting, the blitzer didn't get him, okay? But the blitzer forced all the problems because Lennon was kind of heading in the area where the blitzer was coming. He was coming over the left offensive side. Lennon had to break to the right, and then he just ran into trouble.
Trojans with 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and a snap and a handoff. Herrera stiff arms a guy in the backfield across the 30, dives to the 31-yard line. Gain of 3 for Herrera, and it's 3rd down and 10 for the Trojans. Number 9 made the stop, and I don't have a number 9 in my roster for Goddard.
Now, that's not what's the number of the stand-up guy on the right side? Okay, again, they've got 3 down.
Number 9, that's the defensive
line. And 9, the way I look at things now, and I'm looking at it the way they look at it nowadays, that guy's a linebacker. All right, so he's in a stand-up position, and he's basically a rush guy, and he's a linebacker with 3 down linemen and then 2 linebackers behind him.
Snap back to Lennon, fakes a handoff on the fly sweep, then throws, and it's complete up at the 48-yard line. Pretty good coverage on a comeback route by Coyle. Castillo was the defender, and he was right there with him. That was a perfectly thrown ball for a gain of 17.
Yeah, and Coyle did the right thing. You got to run down there, and you run like a hook, a button hook. You run a stop pattern, whatever you do. But then to get separation, you come back to the quarterback. He did a nice job.
Lennon hands off inside. Ooh, he got popped. Wow. 2-yard gain for the back. Cornujo on the carry. It was Kermode and Garcia combining on the stop, and they laid a lick at 2nd down and 9 for the Trojans at the Trojan 48-yard line. Mayfield's ready to go. Snap back, chest title and on. 3-step drop, flush, steps up, now looking. Now he's in trouble, and he's spun down. A little bit of a sack, about a 2-yard loss, but it's a sack.
That's number 6. I got to say something about that guy.
Jorge Garcia Jr.
I tell you, Garcia came in, and he got pressure. He got blocked. All right, he got himself back into the play and came back to the quarterback and tackled him behind. The guy did not give up on the play, which is a great play by him.
3rd and 11 for Mayfield at the Trojan 46, late second quarter. Fake handoff. Lennon keeping to the outside. He's loose. 50-45 and tackled a yard shy of a first down at about the Goddard 44.
Yeah, a lot of pressure right in the middle of that offensive line, and Lennon saw that, broke to the right, and found a good opening. Here we go, 4th down again.
4th and a yard to go, and it's a high school version of the tush push, and I don't know if it worked.
Oh boy,
I don't think it worked.
I don't think so either.
Lennon took the snap. He had a running back kind of running up his back. On 4th and 1, they didn't get it.
They went nowhere.
Yep, nothing.
They went nowhere.
That was the Eagles play, high school version.
Well, they're all doing it now.
Yeah, you're seeing it everywhere.
You see it everywhere.
Florida International did it against New Mexico State 2 weeks ago, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
This one didn't work. I mean, I'm seeing it not work unless the Eagles are doing it. Then it works. Goddard has it at their own 44. They're up 20-0 on the Ben Trujillo State Farm scoreboard. 2:14 to play in the second quarter. Yeah. And the Rockets 56 yards from pay dirt.
And they haven't stopped yet.
They're 3 for 3, and they've got all 3 timeouts.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, it's a short game. I mean, we're going to get out of here. We're going to hit Wendy's or Whataburger pretty darn fast after this, because this game is now. This is interesting. They got the 2 wide receivers into the boundary here on the right side.
Yeah, they're to the short side of the field, and it's a reverse. Yeah. Castillo takes the handoff. And he's trying to find some room out on the wide side of the left, and he picks up 2 slung down.
He also got a holding.
And we got a penalty marker down. Darden made the stop for the Trojans.
Yeah.
So they handed off to Pettis. Pettis handed off, and now there's a flag away after the play.
Dead ball. That's going to be a dead ball.
That's mouthiness, probably.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Somebody said something within earshot of somebody with a flag.
Yeah.
You know, the first one's going to be a hold, I think. Then the second one, who knows who popped off to who, but it was overheard. There goes another one.
Holy mackerel, they're still going. Oh, my gosh. Well, they're still, hey, there's a couple of officials.
It's kind of like a ticker tape parade, right?
I guess the point I want to make a little bit is that they got fancy. They ran a reverse, and I guess I'm looking at it and saying, why get fancy? Your inside play, your flash sweep, your option plays, and all that stuff that you're doing that is not fancy, and there's little chance of making a mistake, stay with them. Now, here you go. You got a play that didn't make any yardage, and now you got to hold. Okay, there's the first one. There's hold. All right, let's see what else we got. Now we got...
Holding on Goddard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Holding on Goddard, on sportsmanlike conduct on Goddard, on sportsmanlike conduct on Mayfield.
Yeah.
So I think they'll step off the hold. The 2 unsportsmanlike conducts would
they wipe
cancel
out
each other out. Now, if Mayfield just keeps their mouth zipped, Goddard would have been penalized back to round hatch.
Yeah.
Because it would have been the hold and the unsportsmanlike. But then Mayfield retaliated verbally, apparently, at some point. And we hadn't had a flag all night, and then on one play we get 3. But we had a flag on the opening kickoff because it went out of bounds.
That's right. That hardly counts.
So Goddard picks up a 10-yard penalty. The 2 15-yarders wipe each other out. And it's the 34-yard line for Goddard. Option, Ramirez down the line, strung out nicely. He's double-teamed and yanked down. First guy to get him was Daniel Molina, the defensive lineman.
Yeah,
then got some help from Coyle, the defensive end, the outside linebacker.
Coyle was the one that messed that up. Coyle did a great job. I used to call that feathering the quarterback, and I don't even want to describe it, okay? Well, I guess I will describe it. He stayed with the quarterback, and the quarterback couldn't duck inside because he was close enough to him, and the quarterback wasn't sure whether Coyle was going to take him, so he strung it, and by the time it was all over, the thing was everybody else made the tackle.
Timeout.
So he did a great job.
Timeout on the field. 30-second break. Goddard 20, Mayfield nothing. You're listening to Trojan and Rocket Football.
E&MU Open House Preview Day for high school students is Saturday, October 28th on campus in Portales. High school students and their parents can get information about admission and scholarships, find out about potential majors, get a specialized campus tour, and have a chance to win great prizes, including a $500 scholarship. Come visit campus and learn about our safe, family-friendly college environment. Sign up today at enmu.edu/open house. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success. That's what we're about. The State Farm is there.
Welcome back. A minute 40 to play until halftime. It's Goddard 20, Mayfield nothing on the Ben Trujillo State Farm scoreboard. Second down. Ooh, look at this. And 23 for the Rockets. Good snap back to Ramirez. Swings it out left side. Caught left flat at the 30. Tackled at the 31. They picked up a yard. That's their first official pass play.
Yeah, and the first time they've been in shotgun the whole night, and they threw the bubble screen out to the left and basically got nothing.
Yeah, nothing. And now Mayfield will spend a timeout. 1:29 to play in the second quarter. Rockets 20, Trojans nothing on the Ben Trujillo State Farm scoreboard. Trojan and Rocket football continues after this.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on, with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So then next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back. Jeff Matthews with Bob Sherman at the Field of Dreams. It's Goddard 20, Mayfield nothing. 1:29 to play in the second quarter. Mayfield's used a couple of timeouts here. It's 3rd and 23 for Goddard at the Goddard 31-yard line. First down yardage for Goddard is the Trojan 46.
First pass. Wide receiver probably said, "You don't throw me the ball, I'm going to quit." Yeah, I want to be part of the game. Oh my gosh, they got people spread all over the ball. Oh, they're switching. No, they can't stand that spread. Now they're switching back tight again.
Pitch. Coming right is Silva. Silva turned back inside as the Trojans keep contained. Breaks one tackle, breaks two tackles, tries to pull away from a third tackler, and gets dropped finally up at the 38. It's a gain of 7. Pretty impressive run. Yeah. But it's way short of our first down. Mayfield will spend another timeout. 1:19 to play until halftime. Rockets 20, Trojans nothing. Did they call a timeout?
Yeah, there's no timeouts on the board.
Well, the clock's running. No, now the referee's waving his arms. The clock operator needs a no-dose, I think, because I do think the Trojans spent a timeout. Let's pause for 30 seconds. Timeout on the field. Rockets 20, Trojans nothing on Cool Oldies in Las Cruces and 106.1 Fierro in Roswell.
E&MU Open House Preview Day for high school students is Saturday, October 28th on campus in Portales. High school students and their parents can get information about admission and scholarships, find out about potential majors, get a specialized campus tour, and have a chance to win great prizes, including a $500 scholarship. Come visit campus and learn about our safe, family-friendly college environment. Sign up today at enmu.edu/open house. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success. That's what we're about. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
1:16 to play in the half. The Rockets 20, the Trojans nothing here at the Field of Dreams. Goddard next week is at Artesia. The Trojans next week are at Roswell. Tomorrow night over in the Wool Bowl, Artesia travels to take on Roswell in the battle of number 1 versus number 2.
Boy, that'll be a great one.
Here in Las Cruces tomorrow night, it's Las Cruces at home, having won 3 in a row. They're taking on Oregon Mountain, who lost to Carlsbad 29-10 in Carlsbad last Friday. Centennial goes to Carlsbad tomorrow.
Well, we got a lot of huddling going on over here. How long is this timeout anyway? This is like the timeouts you go to Aggie games and they got a 3-minute timeout because it's on national television.
Well, that game last night lasted forever.
Yeah, there's no national television here. What are they talking about?
There's not even, there's no TV on today. I know on Friday nights they've been streaming some games on LCPS TV.
What did they get tired of hearing us and said, "Forget it, we're gonna"? no one's watching and listening anymore. So why do it? Is that the reason?
I think it's a Friday night thing.
Oh, I see. Oh my gosh,
they'll fire it up tomorrow. I think.
You know, these guys punt so little that they don't know what to do. So they got guys there. The two guys ran out of the huddle. I'm talking about Goddard now. So they got a big huddle there. It's taken forever. What the heck's going on here? Anyway, and then two guys sprinted out of the huddle.
Goddard will spend a timeout. Chris White's out on the field talking to the linesman on his side. The White Hat's going over to visit. Goddard just stayed in a huddle the whole time. I'm not so sure they heard the ready for play or something. But Mayfield's over there on defense. The punt returner's back.
Everybody's ready to go, and Goddard has just got a big old huddle over there. It looks like they're doing rock, paper, scissors to see who's going to punt the ball. They might not have brought a punter. I don't know.
They haven't needed one till now. It's 4th and 16 at the Goddard 38 for the Rockets. Now the official and the head coach for Goddard, Coach White, are visiting. And as these things go, it's pretty personable.
Yeah.
I know it's cats and dogs sometimes, but right now, they seem to be getting along pretty good. The information's being accepted, and we're going to line up in punt formation now, are the Rockets on 4th and 16. Their punter stands at his own 25-yard line.
He looks like a tall guy, too. Look at how tall he is.
Northcutt boots it away.
Good punt.
And it's caught back at the 31. Trojans to the 35. Taken down at the 40. Ball came out, but they're rolling him down. On the return for Mayfield, I need him to get up.
How tall is Northcutt? Yeah, he looks tall. That punter.
I don't know who returned it for me. There was a big old pile, and they stayed down, and I'm not 100% sure on who returned that for Mayfield. He got hidden by the pile, and the pile took forever to unpile. Anyway, Mayfield's going to start at their own 40, Bob, with 1:10
to go
to play in the half. No timeouts for the Trojans. Goddard did not spend a timeout. They got a free conference with the official without a timeout.
Yeah,
before that
conference.
Punt. 1st and 10 for the Trojans at their own 40-yard line. Lanham has 3 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right, empty backfield. Good snap. Rockets are sending 4 after him. Oh, he hits over the middle to Salcido. 50, 40, 35, cuts hard left 30, 25 to the 20. They have the angle on him and trip him up down at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the Rockets made a big mistake. They had 2 safeties about 25 yards deep, and they were too wide. The whole middle of the field was totally, completely wide open. And when you saw those 2 safeties that started, it's like, what are you guys doing way the heck back there? And so separate. Anyway, Mayfield found the spot right between those 2 safeties.
Gain of 45, 1st and 10 for Mayfield at the Goddard 15-yard line. Good snap to Lanham. Fakes a handoff to nobody. There was nobody there. Fires, man's open. Caught at the 5, but the ball came out when he was popped, and Goddard falls on it. Goddard fell on it.
It's number 11, I believe. Oh, they might call him down. Okay, let's see what the official
Well, let's see what they got here. The pass was complete to Garay. He got popped. Ball came out. Goddard fell on it. Northcutt. It could be a whole bunch of things. It could be incomplete. It could be a fumble.
Yeah, but look at all Goddard's just jumping around and running around and bringing this new team in.
It's a fumble.
It's got to be a fumble.
It was a gain of 12, but he fumbled at the end of the play.
At about the 2-yard line he fumbled.
And Northcutt recovered at the 2, second turnover for Mayfield. And Goddard gets it at the 3 is where they're going to settle on putting it. With 52 seconds to play until halftime. And it's still 20-0 Rockets. The Trojans were going to have it 1st and goal at about the 3 or the 2. With about a minute to go, and they coughed it up after the completion. And the quarterback, Ramirez, takes a knee. The Trojans are out of timeout, so there's nothing they can do about the clock. Goddard's just trying to get it to the locker room 20-0 because they're at the 2 now. He just lost a yard with the little kneel down.
Yeah, you better be careful, too.
There's not a lot of room.
It'd be horrible to take a knee and take your knee in the end zone, He's got to really snuggle up real close to that center and make sure he takes his knee real quick and doesn't take a step back because it's all over.
26 seconds to play in the half. The Rockets 20, the Trojans nothing on the Ben Trujillo State Farm scoreboard. 20 seconds and counting to play till intermission, and the Rockets will take one more knee. They have it at the 2. Ramirez will take the snap, goes to the knee at the 1.
Got knocked over.
gets up. He's not too happy about getting knocked over. Yeah. No flag, though. Justice, the nose man, gets a little tongue lashing from the quarterback, Ramirez. The official's right in the middle there. And it's halftime, so it's in the books. Goddard outscores Mayfield 13-0 in the second quarter. The Trojans had it down inside the 5, but fumbled it. And the Rockets with 2 takeaways in the first half, shutting out the Trojans at the Field of Dreams. Goddard 20, Mayfield 0 on the Ben Trujillo State Farm scoreboard. And we will take a 3-minute break. Let's take it a 3-minute break here at the half. And we'll be back to the Field of Dreams with a recap and some stats and some halftime activities after this. You're listening to Trojan and Rocket Football.
The need to grow past our basic capabilities and experience the impossible will forever keep aviation technology evolving. Within the Aviation Maintenance Technology program at ENMU Roswell, students thrive knowing that the faculty and community are supporting their success. ENMU Roswell is dedicated to empowering students through hands-on skills training in a nurturing environment. To learn more, contact us today.
Hey, Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing. Trustmark is one of the only roofing companies that's also a licensed commercial and residential general contractor. Wow. I know, who cares, right? Well, you should care. You see, a licensed roofer can install a new roof on your home, but really can't handle structural problems underneath. So if your roof needs reframing or your chimney needs a water diverting cricket, you may need to call a licensed general contractor. And coordinating 2 companies for your roofing job can get costly and messy fast. As a licensed roofer and general contractor, Trustmark can install a stunning new roof on your home and handle structural issues. This saves you time, money, hassle, and even makes it easier to file an insurance claim. Call today for your 20% off coupon for our spring roof and gutter maintenance service. 575-755-ROOF or visit us at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Dion's is proud to be a part of the Roswell community and is the perfect place for team dinners, family gatherings, and all your catering needs. Stop by Dion's in their beautiful restaurant at 1350 South Main Street in Roswell for the best pizza, salads, and subs in town. Or visit Dion's.com to order ahead for dine-in or for a super fast pickup. That's Dion's.com to see the full menu and order ahead. Thanks, Roswell, for letting Dion's celebrate the community they love. Dion's, where great food and good people meet.
Even if you swing the golf club like an arthritic giant. $2840.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
This is KWML Las Cruces, broadcasting on translator K2A3CG at 104.5 FM and all over southern New Mexico on AM 570.
Welcome back to the Field of Dreams. Jeff Matthews with Bob Sherman as we've got about 15 minutes of halftime activities. The Trojan band getting ready to perform. There is an Empire State Building out there. It is band tournament season, competition season, and some of these props that we're seeing the bands roll out are impressive. There is literally an Empire State Building that's got to be 15 feet high out amongst the Mayfield percussion section, ready for their halftime performance. So they are really getting dialed in, ready for a competition season here at the Field of Dreams. Tonight it's Goddard and Mayfield. It's the Rockets leading the Trojans 20-0 at intermission on the Ben Trujillo State Farm scoreboard. Here's a recap of the scoring. Mayfield kicked to Goddard, and the kick went out of bounds. So the Rockets started the drive at their own 35-yard line. 11 plays, 65-yard march. Reed, a 19-yard TD run to camp the drive. 5:52 to play in the first quarter. Goddard 7, Mayfield nothing. Trojans got a first down, but then had to punt it away and went into the end zone, so the Rockets started at their 20 and went on a long 80-yard march. Ramirez, the quarterback, 6 yards for the TD. PAT good, 14-0 Goddard, 10:44 to play in the second quarter. Trojans were intercepted on the next possession, turnover number 1. Goddard took over at the Rocket 44-yard line, 56-yard march. Silva a 3-yard run with 5:30 to play in the second quarter, 20-0. The Rockets led it. The PAT was no good. Mayfield then went on a drive, and the Trojans turned it over. Goddard took over at their own 44, got a penalty on first down, and ended up backed up. Couldn't move it, so they punted. The Trojans took over at their own 40, and they were moving it and had completed a pass inside the 5, and the Rockets forced a fumble and recovered it at the 3-yard line with 52 seconds to play in the half. The Trojans were out of timeout, so the Rockets ran the clock out. And so at intermission, it's Goddard 20, Mayfield nothing here at the Field of Dreams. So they're still lining up here for their halftime performance. The Empire State Building out there, Bob, did you see that thing? Must be 15 feet tall. It's taller than the crossbar on the goalpost.
Well, it's got some light. I mean, they got some stuff here, boy. They got some psychedelic lights going on there. They got all kinds of stuff going on there. Well, all kinds of posters. They got posters of all different things over there. They go all out.
Yeah, it's band competition season, so they've got all kinds of stuff. And then tomorrow night, one of the highlights of night's games is the halftime performance by the night band. Assuming they'll be here, because I think there might be a band competition this weekend, and if there is, then they may not be here. But they really put on a show.
Yeah, the Knights, they do. They really, and they have a very large band. You can tell that the band is very important to them, because they have a lot of members, and they have a lot of different props that they use, and they always put on a really good show.
All right, it's halftime here at the Field of Dreams. We've still got about 11 minutes and change of halftime to get through. We'll give you the halftime statistics brought to you by the Real Man in Mesilla. Rockets 20, Trojans nothing. Let's pause for 3 minutes. You're listening to Trojan and Rocket Football.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'd be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed, antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday, to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden, or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
Rosa.
What if you could look forward 1 year, 4 years, 40 years? What does the future look like? How will you ignite it? This is where the future gets fueled, where ideas come to light and identities flourish. This is where we define opportunity as individuals and as a pack. Being a Lobo is about so much more than the classes you take. It's about the mark you make on your world, because the journey starts here, but it never ends. What will you ignite?
New source for all your appliance needs in the area. We're Roswell Appliance Outlet. We sell new minor scratch and dent appliances, and we'll help you save 40 to 60% off of MSRP. All come with warranty and personalized service. We also offer parts and service for your existing household appliances. We offer financing and delivery options as well. Don't make that big box store mistake. Come see us at Roswell Appliance Outlet today at 600 South Main in Roswell, or call 575-363-9236.
Roswell Appliance Outlet, a proud supporter of Roswell Sports.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
Selections and succulent steaks that makes a visit to Hacienda de Mesilla a truly memorable dining experience. Hacienda de Mesilla Grill, Inn, and Cantina, a proud supporter of the Bulldogs, Trojans, Knights, and Hawks.
High school sports on Cool Oldies 104.5, brought to you by Ben Trujillo State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back. Jeff Matthews with Bob Sherman at the Field of Dreams. It's 20-0. The Goddard Rockets with the lead at halftime. Halftime stats are brought to you by the Real Man in Mesilla. 208 for Goddard, 207 are on the ground. The Trojans have 125 yards of total offense, 87 through the air, and just 38 on the ground. Individually, for the Rockets, John Silva, 10 carries, 88 yards, and a TD. Dominic Ramirez, 5 carries, 24 yards, and a TD. I was kind of punitive. I took a yard off for each of his kneel downs. So really, that's kind of
sneaky.
Yeah,
tacky.
He really had 3 carries for 25 yards and a TD if you really want to get down to it. Nathan Reed, 2 carries, 45 yards, and a TD. Tristan Pettis, I think I'm messing up his first name. It's Xavier Pettis, I beg your pardon. 10 carries for 49 yards for the Rockets. So 88 from Silva, 24 from Ramirez, 45 from Reed, and 49 from Pettis on the ground for Goddard. For the Trojans, their leading ball carrier is Lennon, 6 carries, 17 yards. And Cornujo in a backup role coming in for the Shaken Up Nevadas, 4 carries for 16 yards for the Trojans. Really, Bob, the big thing to me is the turnovers. 2 for Mayfield, none for the Rockets. We've only had 1 enforced penalty in the ballgame.
Yeah.
It was a hold. And then, they had the offsetting and sportsmanlike conducts and the ball that was kicked out of bounds.
Yeah.
So there was a few more flags thrown than that. But it's probably the cleanest game we've seen all year penalty-wise.
Yeah, it's been very, very good. Yeah, I do want to congratulate you, too, on saying Pettis instead of Perez. And it's really interesting because we've got a volleyball player named Pettis, and I kind of think, now if you're in New Jersey, or you're in Buffalo, New York, or someplace, okay, good. Perez is fine, but I like it when you say their name the way it's supposed to be said. And it's really kind of a shame for Mayfield because you could see that coming right off the bat. The only bad thing that I think that they meaning Goddard did, is they had this coverage that was horrible. Just the way it was lined up, it was horrible. The 2 defensive backs were about 25 yards deep. The whole middle of the field was right there. And Mayfield hit a beautiful post pattern right in the middle. They got down, and then Mayfield had an opportunity, and then fumbled the ball. And then I guess if you're going to get ticky-tacky, if you've got a really nice offense like Goddard, I don't think you really need to get fancy. You don't have to run a reverse. If the stuff that you've been working is running beautifully, well, then keep running it. Just run the real stuff, Now, maybe they practice reverse, and maybe they said, well, we practiced it, so we better run it, because we practiced it. But that's not a reason to run it. I think you stay with what you've been doing, and it's been great.
All right, we're at the half. It's the Rockets 20, the Trojans nothing on the Ben Trujillo State Farm scoreboard. A 3-minute break. We should be nearing the second half kickoff after this. You're listening to Trojan and Rocket Football.
ENMU Open House Preview Day for high school students is Saturday, October 28th on campus in Portales. High school students and their parents can get information about admission and scholarships, find out about potential majors, get a specialized campus tour, and have a chance to win great prizes, including a $500 scholarship. Come visit campus and learn about our safe, family-friendly college environment. Sign up today at enmu.edu/open house. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success. That's what we're about.
Hey, Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing. Trustmark is one of the only roofing companies that's also a licensed commercial and residential general contractor. Wow. I know, who cares, right? Well, you should care. You see, a licensed roofer can install a new roof on your home, but really can't handle structural problems underneath. So if your roof needs reframing or your chimney needs a water diverting cricket, you may need to call a licensed general contractor. And coordinating two companies for your roofing job can get costly and messy fast. As a licensed roofer and general contractor, Trustmark can install a stunning new roof on your home and handle structural issues. This saves you time, money, hassle, and even makes it easier to file an insurance claim. Call today for your 20% off coupon for our spring roof and gutter maintenance service. 575-755-ROOF or visit us at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Dion's is proud to be a part of the Roswell community and is the perfect place for team dinners, family gatherings, and all your catering needs. Stop by Dion's in their beautiful restaurant at 1350 South Main Street in Roswell for the best pizza, salads, and subs in town. Or visit Dion's.com to order ahead for dine-in or for a super fast pickup. That's Dion's.com to see the full menu and order ahead. Thanks, Roswell, for letting Dion's celebrate the community they love. Dion's, where great food and good people meet.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
Oldies 104.5, brought to you by Big Tree State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to the Field of Dreams. I'm Jeff Matthews along with Bob Sherman. 2:37 left in halftime, supposedly. I've seen him wipe the clock clean, so I don't trust those. But the Trojans are just making it back out on the gridiron for the second half. The Rockets are already out. It was Goddard getting the opening kickoff. So Mayfield should get the ball first here, Bob.
Yep. Do they still have the mandatory little warm-up where they're supposed to warm up for 3 minutes? But they don't do it, do they? I mean, well, I guess they are. They stood around over there doing.
Goddard's ready to kick now.
Yeah, they're ready to go, man.
They're warm.
They're fired up. Goddard's fired up. Mayfield needs to come up with something here. And not sure exactly what it is, but they need that. I would think they need to get their passing game going a little bit better. And but now we just have to see what happens. I tell you, Goddard's a lot of fun to watch. If you're old school, now some people watching Goddard say, "Oh, they're bored. Ho hum, I'm going home." No, that's what I grew up with. I grew up when I played at Purdue.
How old are you? Like 100?
I'm not telling because I'm not telling you because then no one will listen anymore. They say that I got dementia. But you know what? When I played at Purdue, it was the old 3 hours of cloud of dust kind of stuff. And I don't know why anybody even went to the games. They were so darn boring because that's where if you put one wide receiver out, it was like everybody shocked. What's that guy's doing out there? So I'm kind of grew up.
Have you seen those old films of like NFL guys trying to throw the ball and take 2 steps and throw it with both hands over the line of scrimmage and try to drop it into a tight end?
Well, I was a goalpost in the way. Now I was before. When I went to high school, you could take your helmet, fold it up, put it in your back pocket. Okay, so that's how long ago I'm talking. So I like that smash mouth. Get after it, as Coach Hess would say, real football. And this is the most entertaining team, to be honest with you, that I've seen. Some people here are saying, "Oh, they're boring. Oh, they don't throw the ball." Hey, if you really like football, you got to like Goddard.
All right, Goddard booting it away to the Trojans, and here's the second half kick, and we are underway, and the kickoff sails 2 yards deep into the end zone. Touchback, Mayfield's going to start at their own 20. And no time off the clock. We saw Mike Bradley stroll by. He retired from coaching after last season, after a really long, successful run.
Yeah.
Lots of championships, lots of championship appearances, lots of district championships, lots of big games. And we were talking about some of the old Goddard Mayfield games that were classics back in the 90s and 2000s, and they've played some big ones. Right now it's 20-0 Rockets. This is the first play of the third quarter. Out of the shotgun, Lenan fields a head-high snap, fakes a handoff inside, keeps outside. He's got some room, 20-25, upended at the 29-yard line. Out of the secondary, making the tackle, and he's done this a couple of times tonight, it's Wyatt Northcutt.
Yeah.
It's a gain of 9.
Yeah, nice run by Lenan to start things off, almost a first down. Yeah, what am I saying? Almost. It is a first down.
Yeah, they stretched it out.
He got it. It was right at the line.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Lenan hands off inside. Big collision at the line of scrimmage. Momentum carries the back for 2 to the 32. That's Herrera, who doubles as a linebacker on defense. So they don't use him on offense too often. He's a good runner, but they like to rest him on offense so he can do so much for him on defense. 2nd and 8 for the Trojans from their own 32, already ready to go. Lenan back to pass, fires. Coyle has it, wrapped up immediately. And it's a first down up at the 43, a gain of 11, Lenan to Coyle.
Yep, I'll tell you what, offensive line did a great job. No real pressure on Lenan. Coyle out there on the left side, a little stop route or more of a sideline route. Perfect ball, first down again. Mayfield's moving here.
1st and 10 for the Trojans. Lenan fakes inside, keeps outside. He's got the 45, still going. Tackled, falls backwards. Looks like he got into Rocket territory barely, up around midfield. It's a gain of about 7, maybe 8.
Yeah, that's the old zone read. Fake the guy to the left to keep the ball to the right, and nice run.
They're ready to go. Inside handoff to Herrera. Herrera pounds it over left guard. He's got a first down at the Rocket 45, a gain of 4. And Mayfield having its best march of the night in terms of sustained march.
Yeah. I'll tell you, Gary Bradley, man, he must have put it to him in the locker room because Mayfield's come out with some fire here.
1st and 10 at the 45. Herrera takes the handoff. Big, huge collision. And he goes down at the 42-yard line. Gain of 3 straight ahead. Looked like Talon Payne made the stop. That was a heck of a battle there.
Yeah.
2nd down, 7 to go for the Trojans. Lenan fakes inside, keeps outside. This time they kept the defensive end, outside linebacker type home, and it forced Lenan back into the middle of the field, and he maybe picked up a yard.
Yeah.
They were going right, and somebody out on that edge made a nice play forcing it back inside.
Yeah, I think that was your down line. That linebacker type seems to be over here on the right side. What they're playing is they got 3 down linemen. You got what I call a linebacker line of scrimmage. Then you got 3 linebackers, and then of course you got your 4 deep secondary. And that's been pretty much standard. Now they're bouncing around now. Defensively, they're bouncing around a little bit.
3rd and 7 for Mayfield at the Goddard 42. Good snap to Lenan. Drops to pass. Firing left side. Man's wide open. Salcido. It's tipped. He comes down with it. A circus catch at the 7. The defender caught up while the ball was in the air. And now the Rockets are jumping up and down, saying it's their ball. Well, a lot happened there. Let's redo the play. Man's wide open deep. Ball in the air is flying. Defender catches up. He makes contact with the receiver making a play on the ball. Right as the ball arrives, it pops into the air. The Trojan catches it, comes down with it, and then the Rockets got up, jumping up and down like they intercepted it. They're going to call it a Trojan catch at the 7.
Very good description of all that stuff. The end result of all that is that it turned out to be a great catch because it took concentration the whole way to concentrate on what the heck that ball is doing, and it's a great job. Trojans have an opportunity here to get some points.
1st and goal for Mayfield at the Goddard 7-yard line. Lenan out of the gun. Calls for the ball. Fields a waist-high snap. Gets rid of it in a hurry. It's caught. Touchdown, Mayfield. Marker down, though. Marker down in the end zone. Salcido made the catch.
Yeah. Now let's hope it's not offensive pass interference. If it's pass interference, let's hope it's Steve. But you know what? I did personally think it was pass interference either way. See what happens.
7-yard TD pass. The flag is against Roy Ball of Goddard for interference. Trojans will decline it. And Mayfield on the board. It's 20-6 with 9:13 to play in the third quarter. Mayfield with an 80-yard march.
Yep. And boy, I'll tell you what, they came out with fire in their eyes, man. They ran the ball well. They threw the ball well. They had good protection. They had a good plan. And there they go. Oh, boy, here comes everybody in the world trying to block it.
He hits the upright, then it hits the crossbar, and then falls back into the field of play. It's no good. He hit everything there's to hit.
Didn't hit the official over there.
No, that's
the
true.
only thing they missed. That is, I'll tell you what, extra points have been very exciting here. One of them by Goddard was the worst looking one I ever saw, and it wound up to be points, and the other one was a beautiful kick, and it was no good. Anyway, here we go. I think we need a commercial here.
Yeah, 9:13 to play in the third quarter. The Rockets 20, the Trojans 6 on the Ben Trujillo State Farm scoreboard. A 30-second break on Cool Oldies.
October is National Cooperative Month, and as a Central Valley Electric Cooperative member, you are much more than just a customer. You're a co-op owner. At CVE, we are here to power your life so you can do all the things you need to grow. We are better when we grow together. It's National Co-op Month, and CVE wants to thank our members for being the heart of the co-op. Thank you for being a co-op owner and a customer of Central Valley Electric Cooperative.
Pass. A back shoulder fade looking type of play.
It was a beautiful pass. The coverage was there, and exactly right. It was kind of like a back shoulder, which is exactly where you have to put the ball. And Mayfield looks like an entirely different team right now. I tell you, they came out fired up, and they said, enough of this baloney. Now, you know what? Let's hope their defense gets as fired up as their offense did, because that was a beautiful drive, running and throwing the ball.
Well, how big was that forced fumble by the Rockets right before halftime? Or we'd be looking at a 20 to 12, 2013, 2014 game, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So the Trojans go 80 yards. Rockets are going to get it for the first time here in the second half. Squibber taking it to 15 to the 20, 25, 30. Marker flies, 40, 45, still on his feet, 50. Pushes his way into Trojan territory. They can't get this guy to the ground. It's Castillo across the 45 down to the Trojan 43. But the bad news for the Rockets, there's a flag way back at the 33.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I tell you what, that was one of the nicest runs I've seen. That guy just would not go down. Now, unfortunately, on kickoffs and on punts and things like that, about a third of the time, probably more than that, there's a hold or a block in the back. And it's a shame that those kinds of things happen. This one happens to be a hold, and the flag is sitting there at the 32-yard line. So all that hard work, it was Castillo, was that the guy? Who was the guy that was doing all that running?
Castillo.
I'll tell you, that was a heck of a run by that guy, and it took half of Mayfield's team to finally stop him. And guess what? All that went to nothing, no good, because there was a hold way back there. So the ball's going to wind up now at the 22-yard line.
8:59 to play in the third quarter.
Goddard's 22-yard line.
Bob was going to take a mental health day today and maybe not do this game, and now you're having so much fun.
Oh, this is great.
Can't even get you to sit down. You're so excited.
You know what? This is better than Dancing with the Stars, I'll tell you.
8:59 to play in the third quarter. The Rockets 20, the Trojans 6. Goddard's offense back out there. Had a good first half. Yeah. 1st and 10 for the Rockets at their own 22, and we've got encroachment. It's that penalty that drives you crazy. Mayfield got into the neutral zone, which immediately brings a flag.
And I hate that. I'm just amazed at all the time that the Federation has been having that rule, that they haven't changed it. I mean, they've changed some things, but my gosh, that's crazy. The guy, he bounces in there and bounces out, and he's ready to play. And the offense, now, if he makes a move that looks like the offensive tackle, he rises up to protect himself. That's a different story. But he just bounces back, and now it's a penalty. I hate that rule.
Well, you said you were going to put that on your tombstone.
Yeah, right. Get rid of that rule.
1st and 5 for the Rockets at their own 27. They send a man in motion read. Handoff to Pettis going left. Turns it up across the 30, spun down at the 31-yard line. Mayfield with a little pep in its step after the TD.
Yeah.
Tackle made by Mayfield's Isaiah Murillo. Pettis picks up 5 out to the 32, but it looks like he's just shy of a first down.
Yeah, someone's kind of, I guess it looked to me like he was limping off a little bit, but he wasn't. And you know, all that's, they gave the ball to the up back, okay? Fullback, remaining back, whatever you call it. But they carry out, they leading, the Rockets still carry out the rest of a triple option. It's kind of interesting. They carry it out after the handoff.
They want to measure. Yep. So they're going to bring the broken chain in. To measure. You know, we've got AI, we have robots, we have to check ourselves out at the grocery store, there's scanners and everything, and we measure first downs with 2 sticks and a chain.
Yep. And on a spot that was just an educated guess. The spot's an educated guess, and now you bring it out there.
I mean, it's 2023. Shouldn't they have a laser beam beside this or something? All right, it's short, just short.
It's about the thickness of a credit card short.
And you know what? In this day and age, with this is sport turf here, with a well-marked surface. You know, there were days when I first started doing this. You'd have a grass field, and custodian had lined it at about 3 o'clock, and some of the lines might have been a little off.
Yeah.
You know, but these things are marked so precisely now, permanently.
Yeah. Here we go. The end result of all this stuff is second down at about 6 inches.
Second down in inches for the Goddard Rockets at their own 32-yard line. Ramirez ducks underneath center, fakes a handoff, drops the pass, is protected, going deep. Castillo has it. He's ahead of the pack, 30, 20. He's pulling away. Touchdown, Rockets.
Tell you, what a time to throw the pass. What do you think everybody here, including Bob Sherman, and everybody sitting here is thinking they're going to do? They're going to pile it inside, get the 6 inches, and what do? They run a post route right by everybody on the defense for Mayfield. Perfect pass, and a great reception, an easy reception, because it was a great pass. Coverage got beat, and there you go. So they fooled everybody.
78-yard march on the TD, 68 yards from the quarterback Ramirez to the wide receiver Castillo.
Post battered right down the middle.
PAT attempt. Good snap, good hold. They got some penetration from the edges. The kick is away, high, and it's through there. Style points plus a point on the board because it went through. 27-6 Rockets on the Ben Trujillo State Farm scoreboard. 8:13 to play in quarter number 3. So both teams have scored a TD on their first possessions of the second half. Let's pause 30 seconds as the teams come up field. You're listening to Trojan and Rocket Football.
The need to grow past our basic capabilities and experience the impossible will forever keep aviation technology evolving. Within the Aviation Maintenance Technology program at ENMU Roswell, students thrive knowing that the faculty and community are supporting their success. ENMU Roswell is dedicated to empowering students through hands-on skills training in a nurturing environment. To learn more, contact us today.
Trujillo State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back. I'm Jeff DeFoss. 27-6 Rockets. 8:13 to play third quarter.
Boy, what a time to throw a deep post.
Yeah, it was.
They needed 6 inches, and what do you think that Mayfield's thinking? They're going to go for 6 inches, and then they go for a touchdown.
Here's the kick, kicking it high and deep and end over end, sails to the 5, to the 10, 15, tripped up, stretches to the 19. So Mayfield back around their own 20. 8:07 still to play in the third quarter here at the Field of Dreams. Next week, Mayfield's at Roswell, while Goddard goes to the Bulldog Bowl. Of course, Artesia paying a little attention here tonight, but they got a big one tomorrow against Roswell at the Wool Bowl. Number 1 versus number 2, Artesia number 1. Roswell ranked number 2, and Goddard's number 3. So this district is well represented in the polls.
Artesia might be, no matter what the level, 5A, 6A, they might be the best team in the whole state anyway.
They beat Cleveland earlier this year, which was massively impressive.
Unbelievable.
First and 10 for the Trojans at their own 19. Leonard fakes a handoff, pulls it, coming left across the 20 out to the 25-yard line, gain of 6.
I'll tell you, that was a nice job. He fooled everybody, including me. And the two guys that tackled the guy that didn't have the ball, they're kind of disappointed because they thought he had the ball. And nice run. Fake inside, pull it out to the left, big pickup of about 7 yards.
7:45 to play in the third quarter. Lennon fields the snap, hands off, little hole up front, and spun down pretty quickly. Gets to the 27-yard line. On the carry was Herrera, who wears number 41, kind of a big linebacker type. Gain of 2 or 3, and it brings up third and short.
Yeah, this is a big play for Mayfield to keep this drive going now. Third and short, and here we go.
3rd and 2 for the Trojans at their own 27. Lenan's going to throw for it. He hits Coyle over the middle, and he puts down his hand to maintain balance to pick up some yards after contact. He goes down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 18.
Yep. And you know what? They put two guys in there. They had a running back position, and then they had another back that was kind of up, and he became a blocker. So they actually had very, very good protection on the play. The play was actually thrown very quickly, and Coyle, a nice job down, breaking to the inside, and just worked out perfectly. Nice job by Mayfield.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Trojans at their own 45-yard line with 6:51 to play in quarter number 3. Mayfield's in the shotgun, 2-by-1 to the right. Ball's right in the middle of the field between the hashes. Lenan fakes a handoff, circles out of there, fires underneath. Good coverage.
Yeah.
Through to a well-covered receiver at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard downfield. Staying home and defending that was Talon Payne, the middle linebacker. That's a dangerous pass. It falls incomplete, 2nd and 10.
That was a tough one. It was kind of a bootleg. It was a little bit of a fake to the right, the quarterback coming out, Lenan coming out to the left, and having to throw it, right-handed quarterback having to throw that ball, running to his left. It's tough to do.
2nd and 10 for Mayfield at the Trojan 45-yard line. There goes Salcido in motion. They'll pitch it to him on a fly sweep going right. There's all kind of penetration.
Yeah.
Rockets bottle that one up well. Loss of 2 in there defensively to mess it up was Deshaun Young, the defensive end. There was others in there as well.
Oh, there was everybody
3rd and 12.
there. And that's that inside pitch against Salcido. And again, that inside pitch really goes down statistically. It goes down as a pass, believe it or not. But anyway, it's basically a sweep.
3rd and 12 for the Trojans at their own 42. Rockets 27, Trojans 6 in the 3rd quarter. Lenan has 3 wide receivers wide to the left, 1 wide to the right. Knee-high snap comes back. He steps up as he gets pressure right away. Flings it over the middle. It's incomplete. He had Darden over the middle that had found an open spot. But Lenan was running for his life, going towards the line of scrimmage, trying to keep from getting killed and trying to throw an accurate pass, and it was too much.
Yeah, and guess what? Number 33 right here, the way he fell down, he tripped. He was going to run a deeper route. Because I'll tell you what, Goddard plays their safeties, I mean deep. We're talking deep. And he was going to run a deeper route. You could run it actually a crossing route inside those deep safeties, and he tripped over a line. He tripped over whatever, his shoestring or something, and just flat fell down. So he was out of the picture.
Twin safeties back. Dylan Kermode, one of them. Snaps a little high. It's handled by the punter who kicks it high. Went up the chimney a little bit. Drops. Muffed. Balls piled on at the 35.
Mayfield got it.
Yeah, there's flags and beanbags are flying everywhere. There's 2 flags and a fumble, a muff, really. And Mayfield recovered it, and we'll see what the markers are.
You know, there's a difference. I hope people understand. Fumble, the guy has possession, he's running with it or whatever.
They called catch interference against Mayfield.
Oh, okay. And a muff means that he never really had it. He was trying to get it, and there you go. Now, that's what they're calling. They're calling fair catch. They don't call it fair catch. What do they call it? Well, I guess just catch interference.
He gave the pass interference.
Yeah.
Catch interference against Mayfield.
Oh, boy.
So there is no muff because due to the penalty, Goddard gets it back, and they'll step off a big penalty against Mayfield. This will be only the second penalty stepped off against Mayfield, and it's a 15-yarder.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what that was, whether that, 5, 10, 15, and now because of the umpire walking it out, there's no doubt about it, that was a 15-yard penalty.
They used to kind of have the 2-yard halo rule, and anymore when you watch college and pro, there's like a 1-inch halo rule.
Yeah, they get awful darn close. It's surprising.
1st and 10 for the Rockets at their own 45-yard line. Send Reed in motion. Handoff inside. Pettis wrapped up before he can get going.
Yeah. Lucky
to get back to the line of scrimmage. Herrera shot in there to make the stop from his linebacker spot. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and by the way, I might have mentioned this, but the running back, remaining back, fullback, whatever you want to call him, he's only about 2 yards away from the back of the quarterback, and the quarterback is under center, okay? So he takes about 2 steps, and he's already at the line of scrimmage. So they hit the line of scrimmage in a hurry, but you got to give Mayfield credit, man. They popped him right at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
2nd and 10 for the Rockets from the Rocket 45. 5 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. The Rockets by 21. Ramirez Hands off to Silva, runs right into Coyle at right defensive end, and he stuffs the play. It's a loss of 3. I saw 2 guys take off at the same time on the snap. Let's see if that drew a flag or not.
Well,
right now,
there was a flag over here.
Yeah, they had 2 guys started in motion. Illegal shift is the call against.
I saw that flag go right off the bat, thrown by the referee. A flag is sitting on a 35-yard line. It did look funny right off the bat.
Yeah.
It didn't look right off the bat. And then the referee, the white hat guy, he threw his flag immediately, so there wasn't any doubt about what was happening.
So it's 2nd and 15 for the Rockets at their own 40. 4:30 to play third quarter. Ramirez takes the snap, fakes a handoff, drops the pass, protected well, fires it off near side. It's caught by Reed. Puts on a move, gets him to the 45, hit at the 47, and dropped inbounds. They say wind the clock. It's a gain of 7.
It was a long pass. I tell you, the ball spent a lot of time in the air. It was a sideline route to the right, and Mayfield left a lot of cushion there. They were playing zone coverage on it, and the ball wasn't like a zinger pass. It took a little time to get there, and there was an awful big cushion between the wide receiver and the secondary guy, the corner. And anyway, there you go, complete pass. So big play coming up here, 3rd down and about 8.
Yep, 3rd and 8 for the Rockets from the Rocket 47-yard line. Ball's on the right hash, wide side to the left where Castillo goes wide. 27-6, Goddard with the lead. And they line up 3rd and 8. Trojans show blitz.
They sure look like they're coming.
Reed goes in motion. Ramirez keeps. Ramirez swarmed under. He lost yardage. He lost at least a yard. Kind of depends on how generous they want to be with forward progress. And it's 4th down and 9 as Ramirez had nowhere to go. Mayfield was being very aggressive right up the gut there.
Yeah, they sure were. At first I thought there was going to be a blitz. The linebackers moved up tight, but they were at the line of scrimmage, but they didn't necessarily cross the line. They were at the line, and they're playing with a lot more enthusiasm too. Both sides of the ball for Mayfield have cranked it up a gear, really. And it's good to see for the Trojans that they're getting excited here. This is the second punt, right? Second punt of the game for the Rockets. Isn't it?
Yep. 4th and 8, snap back, and the boot is away, and it's a good kick.
Yeah, nice one.
Chases Salcido back to the 12, catches it on the right hash, up the numbers to the 20, cuts back left to the 25, still going, down at about the 30. With 2:25 to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, nice run. Got the ball, what did he get it, about the 10?
Yep, 12-yard line.
Yeah, 12-yard line. He took it up to the 30, and a nice run. He kind of picked his way through there and did a nice job. So here we go. Let's see if Mayfield offensively can keep it going here.
Trojans 70 yards from pay dirt, down 21 with 2:25 to play in the third quarter on the Ben Trujillo State Farm scoreboard.
Yeah, the Rockets, they're a zone team. They're not a man team. They're a zone team. And the single safety is very, very deep. And your corners are well off the ball. There's big time cushions, and it looks like you could get something going. Oh, lousy snap.
He bowling balled the snap back to Lennon, who picks it up and darts left because that's about the only thing he could do with it, and it worked as if it was designed by Vince Lombardi. It's a gain of 7. A gain of 7. Run it again.
Throw it out there again. he made something out of nothing on that one there, I'll tell you that.
2nd and 3 for Mayfield. The ball at the Trojan 37-yard line. They time to blitz. They pick it up over the middle for Coyle. Reaches out to try to catch it. Gets stuck by the safety. The pass is incomplete. And both the safety and the receiver are down after that collision.
You know, I'll tell you what. You got to give Coyle a lot of credit because he knew he was going to get splattered on that play because he was running a shallow crossing route. And the safety was right there. And you know what? He went after it. And he did not, I use the term alligator arm sometimes. I don't know if you know what that means, but instead of really reaching out, you kind of just reach out a little bit so you can bring your arms in and protect yourself. And Coyle, I'll tell you what, he gave up his body on it, and he did get hit. But you got to give him credit because he had a lot of intestinal fortitude to even go after that ball. He's in sitting position right now.
He probably had the wind knocked out.
Yeah,
of him.
I don't think there was anything fatal. It's one of those things where you just kind of hurt all over. You know, he got clobbered, and he's walking off on his own.
Ticket is a pink ticket.
He'll be okay. He'll be back.
7-1.
He'll be back.
2:15 to play in the third quarter. The Rockets 27, the Trojans 6. On the Ben Trujillo State Farm scoreboard, 3rd and 3 for Mayfield. Snap back to Lennon, zips it off to Salcido, wide receiver screen, nowhere to go. Defensed very well.
Yep.
No gain, 4th and 3.
You know, it's crazy. As soon as I said that Goddard is going to be playing zone, they went up there and played a tight man right at the line of scrimmage. They threw that bubble screen, and the corner of the safety were right in the face of the guy that caught the ball, and so there was really no hope for it. Big play here for Mayfield. They're going for it, 4th down.
4th and 3 for the Trojans at their own 37-yard line. Hard count by Lennon trying to get the freebie first down. From
Now, last
Goddard
time they did this, they ran a quick kick, remember?
That's true. Nobody back deep for Goddard, if he does quick kick it. Now they send Darden in motion. Darden goes left to right, and a flag flies. Somebody lurched, but it's against Mayfield.
Yep.
The lurcher was a Trojan, so that'll cost them 5. They were trying to get Goddard to lurch. They did everything they could. He did a hard count. They motioned a guy. They sent a guy in zippy motion where he went across really fast, and that's when Mayfield apparently.
Now, is that a real football, the lurcher?
I'm just going with it. I don't,
what the hell? I mean, everyone knows what it means. You know, the lurcher. That's pretty good. I haven't heard that on Sports Center, but maybe they'll pick that up. Maybe ESPN will pick that up. That's a good term.
4th and 8 for the Trojans at their own 32-yard line. The punter stands at the Trojan 20. Fields a slow snap. It bounces off him. He picks it up. Now he's running for his life. If he was a lefty kicker, he could possibly boot it away. He needs to get to the 40 for a first down, and he stopped at the 39.5.
Yeah.
He was a half-yard shy of the first down.
And you know, the interesting thing...
Oh, they gave it to him. Look where they marked it.
Oh, my God.
I think
they didn't.
Yeah,
he's standing over there.
First down,
they did give it to him. I'll tell you, the interesting thing is that the Rockets had a return on. They really didn't have a full block on. So when that ball just wiggled around down there, it was a terrible snap. And he had a time, the punter had a time to pick it up and run because he wasn't surrounded by a bunch of people because the Rockets had a return. They only had like 1 or 2 guys that were trying to rush it. So there you go, man. He made something out of nothing on that play. And hope the center can straighten himself out here.
Good snap to Lennon, fakes a handoff, drops the pass, heaves for Coyle long, underthrown. Good adjustment by Coyle to make an attempt at a catch, but it's incomplete. It hit the ground. Coyle ended up with the ball surrounded by 2 Rockets, sliding awkwardly away from the Trojan bench, running up the numbers, and there was a question of whether maybe he recovered it, but it's cold, incomplete, and it's 2nd down and 10 for Mayfield at the Trojan 40. Yeah, he's getting doubled everywhere he goes.
And he tried to come back to the ball, but the ball was underthrown so badly that he couldn't come back to it.
Goddard shows blitz. Fake handoff by Lennon, keeping to the outside, gets popped on the edge before he could turn the corner. It's a loss of a yard on a quarterback keeper.
Well, I'll tell you what, Goddard had that one sniffed all the way. Had the first guy carried the ball, he'd have been dead. And the second guy carried the ball, and he got dead because they had the inside covered, and then they did a nice job on the outside, and that play just had no way.
Castillo made the stop out of the secondary. 3rd down and 11 for Mayfield at the Trojan 39. Empty backfield. 5 wide receivers for the Trojans. They got receivers everywhere. Goddard's only got 2. Now they move somebody up. They have 3 defensive linemen. 2 of them are standing up.
And gigantic cushions here. Look at the corner. Look how far back that corner is.
Good snap to Lennon. Drops the pass. Fires. It's caught. And it's a first down 50. And down to the Rocket 46 for Mayfield on the catch for Newholt. One of the 5 wide receivers deployed. They pick 15 when they needed 11.
They found the dead spot there. They like to play, the Rockets like to play zone, and there's a lot of dead spots in there, and they play a deep zone.
1st and 10 at the 46. Lennon throws it away.
I think it got tipped.
He got happy feet. He was in the pocket, and there was nowhere to run, and there was nowhere to throw it, and he kind of did a weird dance and then threw it in the ground.
Well, I thought it got, you know what? It might have gone off the shoulder of one of his offensive linemen. Anyway, we got a quarter gone.
End of the third quarter, it's the Rockets 27 and the Trojans 6 on the Ben Trujillo State Farm scoreboard. Rocket and Trojan football continues in 30 seconds.
Southwest Printers is a third-generation printing company. From letterheads to business cards and all types of invitations, books, and magazines. Our dedicated staff care about your project and work to get it right the first time, every time. Southwest Printers' design team makes your art stand out above the rest. Our printing team will handle your project like it's the only one in the shop. Let us print your signs, banners, window lettering, event tickets, invitations, and much, much more. Remember, Southwest Printers. If you can think it, we can print it.
Find us fast in names and numbers.
Rockets 27 and the Trojans 6 as we played 3. Each team scored a TD in the third quarter.
The Trojans are playing a lot better. They just seem like they got more excitement, and they came out of the locker room, and I'm sure that Coach Bradley laid it on him. I don't know, the paint's a little peeled off that locker room with what he said, but the Trojans are playing with a lot more ambition, a lot more excitement, and they're throwing the ball better, and they're making the game very interesting.
2nd and 10 for Mayfield. The ball is at the Goddard Rocket 46. Mayfield going left to right on your radio dials. That's from the north to the south end here at the Field of Dreams in Las Cruces on a breezy night, but a comfortable night, shirt sleeve weather. Yeah. 2nd and 10, snap back to Lennon, perfect, fires on a little hook route to Salcido in the seam, 40, fights close to a first down to the 36, it's a gain of 10.
Yeah.
I think he got the first down.
Yep, and they found it, he's exactly right, it was just a hook, and I'll tell you, Lennon is very deep, and he's not getting any pressure, and he's got all kinds of receivers, it's a single back set, here he goes, he's running with it.
Yeah, they already snapped it, he's back to pass, take off and run, he scrambles to the 29 for 7.
Yeah, I don't think that was a planned quarterback draw. I think he was looking to see if he could throw it and saw that it was covered and took off. What he thought is not important, but anyway, it was a good pickup by Ladon on the run.
2nd and 3 for Mayfield, and we've got a timeout on the field. Goddard will take a timeout. 11:29 to play in the game. It's Goddard 27, Mayfield 6 on the Ben Trujillo State Farm scoreboard. 30-second break. Rocket and Trojan football continues after this message.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
And what can be done for high school sports on Cool Oldies 104.5. Brought to you by Ben Trujillo State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Goddard spent a timeout as Mayfield's pace had him kind of on a roll, and Goddard said, hey, we need to take a breath here.
Yeah.
So they spend their first of 3 second-half timeouts. There's 11:29 to play in the game. It's Goddard 27, Mayfield 6. The Trojans nearing the red zone. They have it at the Goddard 28. It's 2nd down and 4 for the Trojans. 4 wide receivers deployed. Lennon with a perfect snap. Drops to pass, heaving in the end zone, coils open, he makes the catch along the sideline. It's a touchdown.
Yeah. Wow.
28-yard TD pass from Lennon to Coyle on the streak route.
Yeah. I'll tell you, that was a highlight reel play because it was good protection. The ball was perfectly thrown. It was on Coyle's outside shoulder. The coverage was inside, so the ball was exactly where Coyle needed to have it. He caught the ball, got in bounds, fell out of bounds, but the point is he caught the ball in bounds. So the throw, the protection, the catch, everything was beautiful.
70-yard march for Mayfield. The score comes with 11:22 to play in the game. Mayfield's going to try for the PAT here. The lefty kicker in. The snap was not perfect. The holder did a good job getting it on the tee, and the kicker puts it through. Arturo Petronilo with the PAT makes it Rockets 27, Trojans 13 on the Ben Trujillo State Farm scoreboard. Still 11:22 to play in the game, and as the teams come upfield, we're going to pause for a 30-second timeout. Rocket and Trojan football continues after this.
The Fergalicious boys can keep you hot this winter. Fergalicious. Oh yeah, it's getting cold out there, and Fergus Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep things hot in your home. They can come by and winterize your pipes and check your insulation, and you know they'll do it with nothing but love. Oh yeah, baby. Call the Fergalicious boys at Fergus Plumbing and Heating at 622-2660 when you need it hot. Fergus is on the job. Fergalicious.
11:22 to play the football game. The Rockets 27, the Trojans 13. Eagle tightens it up on the 70-yard mark. Remember the play that basically worked as a fake punt along the way?
Yeah, an unintentional.
Yeah.
Terrible snap, but I'll tell you what, the punter did a heck of a job. Mayfield, he actually kicked it out the darn.
Out of a bunch, Mayfield boots it. It takes a couple of hops, and it's grabbed by the Rockets back at the 40. I've been watching Trojan football forever, and they've always kind of all got together around the ball and approach it, stop, and then fan out and do a normal kick. Well,
that's right here. I've seen that.
They kicked it out of that little bunch they do.
You know what?
Goddard was ready for it.
Yeah. You know what? There was one time I was doing a game, and the field was a little slippery, and they wanted to stop it, and the punter went and slid into the ball. You know, the ball was on the tee, and he went and slid into the ball. They stopped real fast, and then they line up. This time they kicked it, and it's kind of interesting. It wasn't really what I'd call an onside kick. It was, well, anyway, I don't know what it was, but it was a little bit different. So here we go.
All right, Trojan defense out there, Rocket offense back out there. Rockets by 14 with 11:18 to play in the game. Ramirez hands off to Silva, bellies back, gives some ground, now turns the corner with a head of steam, and the turf monster got him. He tripped at the 44. It's a gain of 4, but he really bellied back 5, 6, 7 yards before he got that edge, and then he got a head of steam going.
Yeah.
And I didn't see anybody really tackle him. He just kind of lost his footing around the 42 and went down at the 44. Yeah. 2nd and 6.
Well, one reason he bellied back is he got pressure on the left side of the defensive side of Mayfield. Someone got pressure, and he had to belly back to get around that guy. And then, just as Jeff said, it looked like he had a little space there, and boom, he went down.
Castillo comes wide to the left, and a slot to the left side is Wyatt Northcutt. He's kind of tight to the line of scrimmage. There goes Silva in motion, and then the right wing back, Reed, took off.
Two of them at the same time.
I think one of them thought it was on 2, or whether it thought it was on 1 when it was on 2. Anyway, it's a 5-yard penalty against the Rockets. Reed kind of lurched while Silva was in motion. 5-yard penalty against the Rockets.
Yep.
4 penalties for 30 yards against the Rockets.
You know, there hasn't been really a whole lot of penalties.
No, it's been kind of nice.
It's been nice, and it keeps the game going and so on, and that was absolutely, obvious. The penalties that we've seen are obvious penalties. It hasn't been anything that's been controversial as far as I'm concerned.
10-14 to play in the game. Goddard by 14. Their face was 2nd and 11 at the Goddard 39-yard line. Castillo and Northcutt wide to the left. Here comes Reed in motion. Ramirez pitches it. Pettis has it. Then he picks it up. Flag down.
That's my penalty. God, I hate that. What? Oh, I wish we had a TV. I'd throw that. If we had a TV here, I'd already throw it in the stands. You know what? Oh, forget it. I don't even want to describe it anymore. I hate that rule. And what's the rule? Defensive guy just inches over.
They called it against Goddard.
Well, good. I'm glad they did. Because the defensive guy just edges over, and then they call it back. But you know what? He might have edged over because the Goddard guy made the move, and then the defender went after him. So
well, and the penalty even kind of benefited Goddard because the ball was on the ground 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage when the flag came on a pitch up by the quarterback. And Pettis had picked up the pitch, but he was surrounded by Trojans 6-7 yards deep. And so they still lost the 5 yards, but they're going to get the down over. Without the penalty, it'd be 3rd down from about here. Second down and 16 from the 34. Back to pass. Ramirez hit as he throws, and Trojans have picked it off at the 30. One of the defensive linemen picked it off. Ramirez was hit. Coming out of there with the football, number 50. That's Jacob Gomez.
Boy, that was a heck of a job. They got a guy in motion. Ramirez faked to him. He dropped back, not very far, and he got hit immediately. The ball kind of was volleyballed up a little bit, and it was a who got it? The defensive lineman was awake on the play, and there you go. So I tell you what, Mayfield here is in super good shape. Maybe they can make something happen.
1st and 10 at the Goddard 29. First turnover for the Rockets. Lenan sets his team. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the wide side to the right. Handoff to Cornujo. Makes a guy miss. Still going across the 25. Down to the 22-yard line. Making the tackle for the Rockets. Well, the guy that's not on our roster, numero 9. So gain of 7. Second down and 3 at the 22 of Goddard for the Trojans. 9:29 to play in the game. Hand off to Cornujo again. Bounces it left. Turns it up. Flag flies. He's got the 15. He's got the 13. It's a gain of about 9, but there's a marker down right where he turned the corner. The umpire threw it.
And I was going to say it was a great run, but we're going to see what's happening here. Did you see the signal, preliminary signal? Was it holding? He made a nice move and got to the outside. Is his name Cornejo?
Cornujo. Well, no, I messed that up. Now you got me messing it up.
Cornujo. Anyway, and he broke to the outside. It looked like a great run, but the reason he broke to the outside is he probably got the hold on the defender right there at that point when he made his break to the outside. So that makes his run look good, but it really wasn't.
2nd and 11 for the Trojans at the Goddard 30 after the penalties marked off. Lenan, empty backfield, takes the snap, drops the pass, has time, fires over the middle, on the move. That is Salcido catching it at the 20. He's got a first down as he goes down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 13.
Yeah, and you know what? The Rockets were looking for pass. They rushed 3, dropped everybody, dropped 8, and the receiver had gone from right to left across the field. No real pressure. Here we go again. No pressure.
The turf monster strikes again. Lenan was scrambling and just went down by himself in the backfield, got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
How the heck did that happen?
That happened to a Rocket earlier, Silva. Now it happens to Lenan.
Yeah.
Second down and 11 at the Goddard 18-yard line. Lenan fields the snap, drops the pass, has time, gets it over the middle. A nice grab at the 12.
Yeah.
Salcido with the catch. That's a gain of 6.
Salcido, they're doing a nice job of breaking over the middle. The middle seems to be the most open part, and you have to say, Lenan has got nobody in his face. The Rockets have started to rush with 3. Let's see if they do it again.
Snap a little high. Lenan gets rid of it in a hurry, gets it to Salcido, and he's defended pretty well out there. Yeah. Reed made the stop at the 12-yard line. No gain on the little wide receiver screen.
Yeah, they've been doing a little bit better. Mayfield's doing a little bit better if they'll work the middle of the field a little bit more. That was a sideline route. We got a timeout.
Timeout Mayfield as it's 4th down and about 5. 8:02 to play in the game. The Rockets by 2 TDs. Let's pause 30 seconds as the Trojans have taken a timeout. You're listening to Rocket and Trojan Football.
Southwest Printers is a third-generation printing company. From letterheads to business cards and all types of invitations, books, and magazines. Our dedicated staff care about your project and work to get it right the first time, every time. Southwest Printers' design team makes your art stand out above the rest. Our printing team will handle your project like it's the only one in the shop. Let us print your signs, banners, window lettering, event tickets, invitations, and much, much more. Remember, Southwest Printers. If you can think it, we can print it.
Find us fast in names and numbers.
On AM 570.
4th down and 5 for the Trojans at the Goddard 12-yard line with 8:02 to play in the game. The Rockets 27, the Trojans 13 on the Ben Trujillo State Farm scoreboard. And the Trojans huddled up around Gary Bradley. And the Rockets back out there on defense. Ball's on the right hash, so the wide side of the field's to the left, and they got Coyle wide to the left by himself. Trips to the boundary.
Yep, that's interesting.
Herrera goes in motion out there now to the wide side. Lenan directing traffic. Good snap. 4th and 5, quarterback draw. Lenan bounces it left, and he gets wrapped up and dropped close to a first down. It's old number 9 making the tackle again. I wish we knew who that was.
Yeah, because he's made a lot of tackles.
Yeah, you know. Well, here's their defensive ends normally. Is Maddox Chavez and Deshaun Young. I'm guessing somebody has a number change that we didn't know about. It's going to be close. He picked up 5. They needed 5. Is it enough?
You know, and
did they get it to him?
Yeah, he sure did. You know, that was a planned run all the way. But what Mayfield did is they brought a guy in, they brought a guy out, they spread everybody all over the place. You got the defense thinking, what, they're going to throw it, and Lanano was a planned run the whole way.
1st and goal at the 7 for the Trojans. Here comes the blitz. Lenan gets rid of it before the blitzer gets there, and the pass incomplete.
Darn.
On a skinny post, they were trying to get it to Darden over the middle at the goal line, and it's incomplete.
Yep.
Ends a string of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight completions for Lenan.
Yeah.
Well, there was 2nd and goal at the 7 for the Trojans.
Yeah. In my opinion, they're working the right spot. Okay. They've had a little bit of success working over the middle. Here we go again.
2nd and goal at the 7, going into the back of the end zone, and it's broken up nicely. Flag flies. Breaking up the pass was Wyatt Northcutt. He saved a touchdown. It was intended for Salcido, and it was broken up by Northcutt, but he drew a flag.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to second guess anything. We're a long way away from the play. It looked like it was a good play by Northcutt, but the officials were on the field. They're a lot closer than we are. They said it wasn't.
Pass interference against Goddard. Half the distance to the goal. In the NFL, you get the ball at the 1. I think in college, you get the ball at the 2. In high school, it's half the distance to the goal in this situation.
When we're talking about a pass interference, it's in the end zone. And that's exactly what it was. And there are variations, as Jeff said, but this one here is half the distance. They're still in good shape. The ball's what? It's inside the 5. It's about the 2, the 3.
Still 2nd down. Mayfield's got a full house backfield. It's like a power eye out of the shotgun. Fake a handoff to Herrera. Lenan keeps inside. It's some heavy traffic in there, and he negotiates it for a couple to the 1, but not into the end zone. 2nd and goal at the 1.5 or so.
Yeah, they faked the guy to the left, and then they had 2 blockers. I call it a wham play. They had 2 blockers that just go off tackle, and there you go, and Lenan ran behind him. Here we go.
Hand off to Herrera. He'll try left guard. No signal. He didn't get in. It's 3rd and goal from inside the 1.
Wow. Jay, the Rockets are making it tough on him.
Yeah.
And it wasn't fancy. All they do is give him the ball. And here they go. They're ready to go again.
3rd and goal inside the 1. Lenan hands to Herrera. Herrera straight up the gut, runs into a wall. Did the ball come out? The ball came rolling out. Goddard saying they have it. See if the referees rule it a fumble. Goddard's jumping up and down, celebrating. Heroes welcome. I haven't seen any kind of indication from the officials. Heck of a goal line stand for Goddard either way. It's Goddard ball. They did fumble.
Yeah, they sure did.
Herrera fumbled, and Goddard recovered at the 3. 3 turnovers for Mayfield.
Oh, my gosh. And what a place to fumble. Right down there, man. Oh, my gosh. And it was just a big pileup of people. I didn't even see the fumble. Did you see the fumble?
I just saw the body action of people scampering after the ball. I didn't see the ball come But one of those defensive tackles for Goddard made a nice defensive play, just standing up in that gap and not letting anybody do anything. Goddard operating in the shadow of their own goalpost. Handoff, big hit on the right end. Got some pushing and shoving downfield about 6 yards. They gave it to Pettis. And Pettis picked up a yard to the 4.
Well, he got clobbered. He got through the line of scrimmage a little bit. They were running in that, like the B gap between the guard tackle, and the linebacker stepped up there, and I'll tell you what, just flattened him. That was a one-on-one hit that kind of jars you all over the place. So anyway, here we go. 2nd down and 9.
6:20 to play in the game. The Rockets by 2 TDs. Mayfield's turned it over twice inside the 5-yard line tonight. Hand off to Silva, sweep to the right side, bellies back to the 1, heads up field, breaks out of a jersey tackle across the 5 to the 6. He picked up 2 very tough yards.
And Mayfield's played that a lot tougher. Earlier in the game, that sweep, it's a handoff sweep. You don't see it very often. It's a handoff sweep, and early in the game, it was working very well. And Mayfield says, you know what? We've seen that before. We're not going to let you have an easy one. We're going to make it tough. Defensively doing well. Now, obviously, a big play for both teams right here. And Mayfield, you're looking at 3rd and 7, and here comes old Goddard ready to go. Let's see what they got drawn up here.
Split a receiver to the left. They're in their normal formation, two wingbacks and a fullback. And they're going to hand it to Reed, sweeping to the left, steps out of a tackle at the 2, gives a little ground and goes down, back at around the 2-yard line, maybe the 1.
Wow, that was
a loss of 5.
Look where they're going to put the ball. They're going to put it inside the 1. In other words, the point is that was about a foot and a half for being a safety. Nice play by Bayfield has really gotten a lot tougher on that stuff, and they come around real well. Now, Bayfield should get very good field position in Rocket territory.
There's 4:55 to play in the game. Goddard 27, Mayfield 13. Mayfield with 2 turnovers tonight inside the 5-yard line.
Gosh, what a time to have them.
Goddard's going to be punting. The line of scrimmage is the 1. The punter,
he's going to be tight.
Yeah, he's back all the way to the end line.
Now he's got to be careful because if that ball is high and he's got to step back, he's going to wind up with a. Oh, here we go.
Perfect snap. Line drives it out of there, and it takes a hop to the return man at the 38 going left. Villapando to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, to the 15, down to the 14-yard line. Yeah, well, he got it out of there. He line drived it. And it was very returnable, though. Well, they were in maximum punt protection on the punter.
Yeah,
they didn't want to block, so they kind of gave up the return protecting the punter to boot it out of there.
Yeah, that's what you got to do because the punter normally gets about 14 yards, and he had way less than that. And exactly as Jeff just stated, those guys in the front there, they were not going to get down there. The last thing they were thinking about is covering a punt. They're going to make sure it doesn't get blocked. I guess we got a timeout.
15-yard line is the line of scrimmage. Oh, there's a marker.
Oh my gosh, what happened?
There was a hold. The line of scrimmage is going to be the 30.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Not the 15, the 30. So that means the hold was at the 20. Kind of at the end of the run, they got him for a hold. For Mayfield,
I didn't see it.
5 penalties, 45 yards. Trojans have it at the Goddard 30, down 2 TDs, 4:21 to play in the game. 3 wide receivers to the left, and 1 to the right is Coyle. Good snap to Lennon, looking Coyle's way, throwing it into the end zone, one-on-one coverage, big shove.
Boy, there was a shove there.
They didn't gall it. There was a big push at about the 2-yard line, and the pass is incomplete in the end zone.
Yeah, Coyle was running just a streak route, a go route, and the coverage was there, and, from our vantage point, it looked like there was a pretty good little shove right at the end, but that's...
Well, they called interference on Goddard earlier, and I kind of thought Goddard defended it well. This time they didn't call interference, and I kind of thought it was. Pass over the middle into heavy traffic, broken up at the 22-yard line. Trying to thread it in there to Darden. It's incomplete. 3rd and 10 at the 30 for the Trojans. 4:11 to play in the game. All of a sudden, Lenan's incomplete on his last 3 passes.
You got to get a guy out of there. Oh, here comes another guy.
Goddard substituting late.
Yeah,
they got it done though.
Yeah, 3-man. They're using a 3-man front, and they're defending with 8. And it looks like to me like they're playing pure zone all the way around.
3rd and 10, throwing for Coyle, makes the catch. Nice. Coyle has it at the 13. Yep. There's a marker down at the 23-yard line by the linesman on the Trojan sideline. Right now it's a gain of 16. Let's see what the flag is.
Yeah, it was a nice catch because he was hit immediately. Number 1 over there, the corner. Who is that? Number 1.
That's Castillo.
That's right. That's Castillo. He was right on the play. It was very good coverage. And it was a very nice catch because the hit was immediately. And now what do we got?
Holding on the defense, refused.
Oh, yeah.
They'll take the result of the play, which is a 16-yard gain.
Yep. Okay, 3 and 2 for Mayfield at a empty set. No pressure, no pressure.
Back to pass. Thrown over the middle. Man's open. He threw it behind the receiver 3 yards in the end zone. He was wide open, and they just could not connect. Salcedo was going right to left, and Lennon didn't lead him. He kind of threw it behind him as if he was standing still, but he was on the move towards the far sideline, right in the middle of the field.
Yep. In so many words, it was behind him and uncatchable, which is too bad because the opening was there.
2nd and 10 for the Trojans at the Goddard 13-yard line. Lenan looks to the sideline. 3 wide receivers to the left. That's the wide side. 2 wide receivers to the right. Here comes the blitz. They shoot a guy in there untouched. Lenan running for his life, throws it away. It gets popped up into the air and incomplete. Coyle was the intended receiver. Castillo was he was right there, and he's holding onto a hand. He might have jammed a finger on that as he stuck his hand out to try to bat that away. It was well done, but it looks like he's shaken up. 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and then a lot of pressure. They decided, the Rockets decided, we're not going to stand back and defend anymore. We're going to just pour it on him and see if he can throw the ball. And tell you what, Lenan did a pretty good job to get to the outside, but no chance of the pass.
3:48 to play in the game. The Rockets 27, the Trojans 13. 3rd down and 10 for the Trojans at the Rocket 13-yard line. Good snap back to Lenan. Drops to pass. Fires over the middle. The pass incomplete. Flag flies. Intended for Salcedo, and Wyatt Northcutt had a hold of him. That's going to be holding on the defense.
I think that one was... I even saw that one.
Yeah, that was pretty obvious.
There was no doubt about that one. It was a crossing route from left to right, and in the middle of some traffic, and he got grabbed. The receiver got grabbed. So we got discussion here.
Is it a hold or interference? Is it pass interference is the call?
Oh, okay.
He was holding him, but if the ball's in the air, that becomes interference.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a matter of semantics on whether or not which to call. I think the ball's going to end up in the same spot regardless of what they call.
Ball's going to be
half the distance to the goal.
Going to be on the 6. Should be on about the 6.
No first down at this level with a hold or pass interference. So it's 3rd down and 3 at the 7, and the Rockets just did what you hate. Well, you hate the rule. Their linebacker came up to the A gap and kind of showed stunt. Well, he got into the neutral zone. Flag flies. No chance to get back. You like him to have a chance to be able to get back.
They should be able to get back. I think that's cheating against the defense. I'm going to call. I wonder what congressman I can call on that. I'm not too sure.
So another half the distance to the goal on the encroachment puts the ball at the 3.
Someone asked me one time, can you half the distance to the goal to where you get a touchdown? And no. You can't half the distance and all the way until you get a touchdown. Here we go.
Mayfield against the blitz. Lenan fakes a handoff, runs to where the blitzer was, and a flag flies at the 3-yard line. Encroachment against Goddard. But that's going to cost Mayfield the TD.
Oh, my God.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
They brought a guy in. He got in the neutral zone.
Yeah.
Mayfield scored a TD, wipe off the TD. Goddard was offsides, and it's another half the distance to the goal. But this one wipes the TD off the ball.
Yeah, that was an advantage for Goddard. Hey, you know what? They ought to encroach every play, and there'd never be a touchdown.
3:36 to play in the game. Lenan fields a high snap, drops the ball, and Goddard falls on it again. Goddard fell on it at the 5. That's the 3rd turnover inside the 10-yard line. Now we've got pushing and shoving and flags flying.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't know what happened after the play other than when you've turned it over 3 times inside the 5-yard line.
That's terrible.
You get frustrated, I'm sure.
And, they had a formation where they had 2 guys to the right. They had 2 guys to the right. They had a running back, and then they had the quarterback. And the appearance of the play was they were going to go to the right because they had 2 blockers. Actually, Lenan went to his left, and anyway, there you go. Dropped the ball.
Yeah, the quarterback couldn't handle the snap, ended up on the ground, and a Goddard lineman shot through there and pounced on it and recovered it at the 6. Then tempers flared after the play, and we'll have to see how they sort that out. I don't know who's going to get what for the little...
Yeah, well, the last time they had that little thing, they offset it, remember?
Yeah.
And that's probably the safe thing to do.
On sportsmanlike conduct, both teams, it's going to be a wash, but it's going to be Goddard's ball at the 7. So Mayfield with 3 turnovers inside the 5. That's unbelievable.
That is unbelievable.
You're losing by 2 TDs, and you've turned it over 3 times inside the 5. There is a shaken up Rocket who's going off, and he's walking, but he's got an arm over the shoulder of one of his coaches. That's Daniel Marino, the defensive tackle. So it's a good sign that he's putting weight on a leg and going off, but he is a little hampered.
what you just said is just unbelievable that you could turn them over like that. Inside the 5.
3:32 to play in the game, and the Rockets up 2 TDs. Have the ball in between their own 3 and 4 with 3:32 to play in the game. It's been a weird one, but it's been a fun one.
Yeah, it has.
Ramirez barks out the signals for Goddard. He sends Reed in motion. He's going to sneak it, and he's going to get some yards across the 5 all the way out to the 10 on the quarterback sneak. That's a gain of 7.
Yeah, and you know what? That's a good time to do it. And why can they do it? Because Goddard is under center. And you just don't see times when they're under center all the time. We got a timeout call.
Yeah, Mayfield's starting to use their timeouts. Timeout on the field, 30-second break. Rockets 27.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
Fresh for everyone. 4.5, brought to you by Pin Trio State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back. 3:26 to play in the game at the Field of Dreams. The Goddard Rockets 27, the Mayfield Trojans 13. Goddard was a machine in the first half.
Yeah.
First 3 drives of the night, TD marches of 65, 80, and 56. And they led it 20-0 at halftime. Second half, Mayfield's played better. The Trojans they created some havoc with their offense. Bob, they move the ball, but they keep fumbling in the red zone.
Well, and then another thing, too, is that these fumbles are in the red zone, so Goddard is getting the ball and inside their own 5. Now they have the ball, but you have to have a fairly conservative offense when you're doing that. You can't be doing fancy stuff, and so it's limiting the things that they're doing because they don't want to make a mistake.
They're under red alert the whole second half with the ball back inside their 10. Silva goes in motion. Guess what? They fumbled the snap. He picks it up and hands off. Goddard out to the 12-yard line. Reed on the carry. It looked like he dropped the snap, picked it up off the ground, and they pick up 2.
That was a mess from the start.
They signaled timeout Goddard. I don't think Goddard would want a timeout. I think it was timeout Mayfield. Anyway, timeout on the field, 3:21 to play in the game. Rockets 27, Trojans 13, back in 30 on Cool Oldies in Las Cruces and Fiero Numero Uno in Roswell.
The Fergalicious boys can keep you hot this winter. Fergalicious. Oh yeah, it's getting cold out there, and Fergus Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep things hot in your home. They can come by and winterize your pipes and check your insulation, and you know they'll do it with nothing but love. Oh yeah, baby. Call the Fergalicious boys at Fergus Plumbing and Heating at 622-2660 when you need it hot. Fergus is on the job. Fergalicious.
In the game, the Rockets 27, the Trojans 13. Ben Trujillo State Farm scoreboard. The Rockets have it at 12. It's 3rd and 1 as they play the Celtics game. Their 6th game of the year. Mayfield 4-3, Goddard 5-2. 3rd down and a yard to go for the Rockets at their own 12. Ramirez ducks underneath center. They send Silva in motion, another sneak, another first down. Ramirez pushes it out to the 15, now the 14, but that's enough anyway. He picked up 2.
You know, it's interesting too that a lot of teams are shotgun. Then they go to under center, and they don't practice that enough, and then they screw up the snap.
Yep, I've seen
that happen all the time because they don't practice it all the time. Well, these guys are in quarterback sneak position every darn time they snap the ball. In other words, you got a guy under center, and there's nobody that does that anymore. This is the first time I've seen it in a long, long time. Now you see it on occasion, okay, at all levels you'll see it on occasion, but where quarterback under center is their plan, and it's the first time I've seen that in years.
Down to 3:03 and counting to play in the game. The Rockets by 14, and they get a new set of downs with that quarterback sneak. Dominic Ramirez ducks underneath center, hands it off to his fullback through a gap. He's got the 20, he's got the 25, and he's out to the 29-yard line. He ripped off 15 yards.
Yep, but I'll tell you, it comes so darn fast. Because, as I've said, the distance between the quarterback and this running back is about 2 yards at the most. So as soon as quarterback gets the ball, he turns it back. That play hits you in a big, big hurry, and you don't need to have gigantic, beautiful blocks. If you could just bump people, bang them around a little bit, and create a little bit of a seam, you're in pretty good shape because the ball hits the line of scrimmage so darn fast.
Goddard content to let the clock roll. 2:19 and counting to play in the game. Mayfield's out of timeouts. Rockets 27, Trojans 13. 1st and 10 for the Rockets at their own 29-yard line. And a handoff to the fullback across the 30 out to the 32-yard line, maybe to the 33. Goes Pettis again.
I don't see him doing anything else. I mean, I don't see him faking it and running it and doing all that kind of fancy stuff, because then there's an opportunity to mess up. I would. This is almost a version of the victory formation. You know what I mean? Just give the guy the ball, get a couple of yards, eat up the clock, and I believe that's the plan. Now, having said that, they'll probably try to throw a 60-yard touchdown pass, but that's
usually what happens.
it's the announcer's curse.
Yeah, when you bring that up, that's what happened. I remember you said Centennial was going to run out the clock last week, and then the next thing you know, the ball's in the air deep.
Yeah. So don't say a word.
Timeout, Goddard. They just let the clock roll until right before they were going to get a delay, and now there's timeout on the field. 1:20 to play in the game. Rockets 27, Trojans 13. A 30-second break. Trojan and Rocket football continues after this.
The Fergalicious boys can keep you hot this winter. Fergalicious. Oh yeah, it's getting cold out there, and Fergie's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep things hot in your home. They can come by and winterize your pipes and check your insulation, and you know they'll do it with nothing but love. Oh yeah, baby. Call the Fergalicious boys at Fergie's Plumbing and Heating at 622-2660 when you need it hot. Fergie's is on the job. Fergalicious.
Tomorrow night, we've got the Bulldogs and the Knights here at the Field of Dreams. Over at the Will Bowl, you've got Artesia at Roswell in the game of the night in the state. 2nd down and 6. Ramirez pitches it, coming left. And now, nice job by Pettis to recognize, I don't want to go out of bounds. So he cut it back to the middle of the field where all the defenders were. Cost him some yards. He didn't pick up anything, but he kept the clock running, which was his goal.
Yeah, I kind of don't think, I don't think I'd been pitching the ball down there. I would just do exactly what they're doing. Just give it to the fullback, the running back,
there's a marker down.
Remaining back or whatever.
Penalty marker down.
Oh, boy. So what happened here?
Well, Goddard scored on their first 3 possessions of the night and built a 20-0 lead, and they've kind of been, working with that bubble all night.
Yeah.
Here in the second half, Mayfield's made it interesting, but the Rocket defense with some goal line stands tonight.
Yeah,
and some takeaways. Mayfield has 4 turnovers.
Yeah, and look where they're at.
All inside 3 of the 4 are inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
Tough way to live, huh?
Yeah.
Penalty stepped off against Goddard back to the 23. So a 10-yard penalty. Hold.
Yep.
They're rolling the clock with 1:02 and counting to play in the game.
And another thing too, when if you run wide, all right, you run fly sweeps and stuff, there's a lot better opportunity for a hold. How many holds have you seen when you give a fullback right up the middle? There's no holds because, first of all, the umpire can't even see the holds. And the wider the play goes, then the umpire has a lot more opportunity to see a hold. So that's why, that's another reason I think you just bang the thing between tackles.
32 seconds to play in the game.
We'll see.
And a knee taken by Ramirez.
Yep,
with 26 seconds to play in the game, and that'll be the last play of the ball game. So the final score is going to be the Goddard Rockets 27 and the Mayfield Trojans 13 on the Ben Trujillo State Farm scoreboard. We'll pause for this 3-minute break. When we come back, we'll have a recap and some final stats for you from the Field of Dreams. Rockets 27, Trojans 13. The Rockets are now 6-2, 1-0 in district. Mayfield 4-4. The Trojans 0-1 in district. Post game after this.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests. Protect your family's most important investment, your home, and protect your children and pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today and let our fully licensed pest control professionals start working for you and your family. Find us fast in names and numbers. Call 623-5344, serving all of Southeast New Mexico.
October is National Cooperative Month, and as a Central Valley Electric Cooperative member, you are much more than just a customer. You're a co-op owner. At CVE, we are here to power your life so you can do all the things you need to grow. We are better when we grow together. It's National Co-op Month, and CVE wants to thank our members for being the heart of the co-op. Thank you for being a co-op owner and a customer of Central Valley Electric Cooperative.
Hey neighbors, there's a new source for all your appliance needs in the area. We're Roswell Appliance Outlet. We sell new minor scratch and dent appliances, and we'll help you save 40 to 60% off of MSRP. All come with warranty and personalized service. We also offer parts and service for your existing household appliances. We offer financing and delivery options as well. Don't make that big box store mistake. Come see us at Roswell Appliance Outlet today at 600 South Main in Roswell, or call 575-363-9236. Roswell Appliance Outlet, a proud supporter of Roswell Sports. Roswell High, along with Farmers Country Markets, Dion's Pizza, Salads, and Subs, McDonald's, Cattle Baron, Wakefield Oil Express, Dunkin' Donuts, Texas Roadhouse, and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM are proud to present the September Teacher of the Month, Elizabeth Nahar. Mrs. Nahar teaches 11th grade English and is a yearbook advisor. This proud ENMU grad is also the proud mother of two beautiful children. Now in her second year at Roswell High and her 8th as an educator, Mrs. Nahar pushes her students to be their best. As nominator Anahi Dominguez says, she truly cares for all her students. Congratulations, Elizabeth Nahar, September's Teacher of the Month.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
5, brought to you by Benjamin State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back. Final score, Goddard 27, Mayfield 13. Trujillo State Farm scoreboard here at the Field of Dreams. The Rockets now turn their attention to going to the Bulldog Bowl next week to take on Artesia, while the Trojans finish with 2 on the road. They go to Roswell, then the next week they go to the Bulldog Bowl and Artesia in this very tough district. Very good game. It was 20-0 Goddard halfway through the second quarter. Mayfield cut it to 2 TDs, and they had their chances, Bob. 3 turnovers inside the 5-yard line tonight. It's hard to win a ball game when you have 4 turnovers and 3 of them going into the end zone. So Goddard played better, and Goddard won the bowl game. Yeah. And it was an entertaining game here at the Field of Dreams. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, well, Mayfield, you could see a difference when they came out at the second half. Mayfield won the second half, okay, really. But you're not going to win the game when you turn the ball over. That was the whole, as we were talking about during the break. That was it. It was turnovers was his game. But anyway, it was an entertaining game. And Mayfield, when they look at that film, Gary Bradley's they're going to be crying. They're going to look, God, we had this game. We could have gotten them, but look what happened. We got to secure the ball, and there you go.
Take a look at the final stats brought to you by the Real Man in Mesilla. Total offense, Mayfield ends up outgaining Goddard 339 to 320. On the ground, Goddard had 244 yards rushing. Keep in mind they had 207 in the first half, but they were backed up inside their 10-yard line a lot of the game after recovering fumbles. And they're ahead, so they're kind of keeping it close to the vest and just trying not to turn it back over and run some clock. And And they were in a pickle field position-wise, it felt like, the second half, while Mayfield was moving it up and down between the 20s, but not getting points. Through the passing game, Lenan went 19 of 29 for 234, 2 TDs, and an interception tonight. Goddard threw it 4 times. Dominic Ramirez 3 for 4 for 76 yards, a TD, and an interception. 4 turnovers for Mayfield, 1 for Goddard. I mentioned on the ground, Goddard had 244 rushing. Mayfield had 105 on the ground, 62 by Luke Lenan. For the Rockets, their leading ball carrier, that's well spread out. They had Silva with 12 carries, 94 yards, and a TD. Ramirez, 8 carries, 34 yards. Reed, 3 carries, 41 yards. Pettis, 16 carries, 74 yards. So they spread it around all their guys. Goddard ended up having a bit of a penalty problem. 9 for 58. Mayfield ended up with 6 for 43. So Mayfield with 339. Goddard with 320 in total offense. But to me, the biggest stat tonight is 4 turnovers by Mayfield, 1 by Goddard, and Goddard wins the ball game 27-13.
Entertaining game, though.
I enjoyed it.
A lot of fun to do. It was a lot of fun to watch. It was entertaining, and you always knew, especially coming back the second half, you knew Mayfield, they played better, and darn it, they could make something happen. And it did. Yeah, what they made happen was fumbles. That's what you want.
Goddard's next at Artesia, then the week after that it'll be Roswell and Goddard at the Wool Bowl. So they've got 2 pretty exciting games coming up in Rocket Land, and the Trojans go to the Wool Bowl and take on Roswell a week from tomorrow, I believe, and then they go to Artesia the following week. All right, we're going to wrap it up here. I'm Jeff Matthews for Bob Sherman, thanking Mike Winters in Roswell and Martin Fernandez Jr. in Las Cruces for producing. I think Ashton was also in the studio tonight, apprenticing and doing a nice job. So thank you all for your hard work tonight. Final score from the Field of Dreams for the final time. Goddard 27, Mayfield 13, a final on the Ben Trujillo State Farm scoreboard. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for joining us. It was a terrific ball game. So long from Las Cruces.
That concludes this presentation of Sports on Fiero 106.1 FM. Sports on Fiero 106.1 FM is presented by Artesia General Hospital, Bob Reed Pest Control, Business Notions, Calici's Frozen Custard, Central Valley Electric, Dion's Pizzas, E&M Portales, and E&M Roswell, Moppet and Brown Dentistry, Maze Lumber, Oasis Computers, Pecos Valley Equipment, Pepsi, Plateau, Richland Dodge Chrysler Jeep and Ram, and Richland Chevrolet Buick, Roswell Seed Company, Southwest Printers, Trustmark Roofing, the University of New Mexico, Wakefield Oil, and Wakefield Oil Express. Thanks for tuning into this presentation of Sports on Fiero 106.1 FM. We now return you to your regular scheduled programming.